Hello and welcome to another game of generic fantasy setting number 17735. This is season 2, episode 3 of the Eye of Nirn Chronicle. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly, and let me just tell you a little bit about what's been happening now. So, recently, since the party escaped from Dog Run Bridge, having quashed a huge Gnoll uprising of somewhere between 300 and 500, depending on who you ask, Gnolls, raging down on the city at the behest of a terrible demon, they've continued north along the unknown road. Now, in their travels, they have decided that visiting a small town called Onion, which apparently is being ruled with grace and dignity, we'll say, by an ancient gold dragon, is a good place for them to head. So, on their way, they of course decided to stop at the first town that was having a giant Oktoberfest. Draco, home of Draktoberfest, is also home of a blue dragonborn named Baron Linnorm. The Baron is a brewer in his own right and a merchant, and when his recent supply of award-winning ales were captured by werewolves, he turned to the brand new adventurers in town, to go and retrieve them. With a huge amount of gold on the line, they proceeded into the realm of the neighboring Falenmoore, a gothic setting that has some type of dark curse across the land and is hungrily ever reaching into the lands it neighbors. After a series of events, the characters have decided just to jump right in, and that is where we're going to pick up right at No Baron of Beef. It's a different town. So we're going to jump right into discussing what's happening now. But first, why don't we introduce ourselves, starting with Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I am playing Zeno, Xenoptropher Right Wing. He is our half-elf ranger in the group.
Nice.
Woo. Hi, I'm Winter. I play Mars, the Tiefling Rogue.
Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm playing Tia Armstrong, the half-orc druid.
Hi, I'm Christine, and I play Malleus Sunsworn, the Dwarven Cleric of Vela.
Goddess of the Sky and Storms?
Yes.
All right.
I assume by this point they should know that.
Don't be sorry, Johnny. We're not sorry. Happy to hear it. So, this is Season 2, Episode 3, so thank you so much for tuning in. And also with the party is the NPC PC, who you might have heard about during the opening crawl, Farah, the dragon in the body of a teenage scaly elf girl.
That works.
Very much.
It works. We need some fan art. So anybody out here who's listening who wants to do some fan art of Farah, hit me up. I'll help you out. Also, if you're watching this on Twitch or on YouTube, special thank you to Michael for designing the Dungeon Master's hut that I'm currently living in. It's quite nice. It's a little dim and he didn't put a door in it, so I'm kind of stuck here. But it's beautiful.
This is your home now.
This is my home now.
I do particularly like the Dork Tales banner.
Mm-hmm.
He did some other stuff with the next one. So there's another one. There's a DM lounge that I have as well. And it has a bust of myself in it. But me with the shitty goatee and beard. And
Oh my goodness.
I didn't notice when I first saw it, and then I was flipping through it, and I'm like, damn it, Mike.
That is beautiful.
Can you expand the screen so we can actually see it?
Yeah, I can. All right, be right back.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh.
He put this up on the
Awesome.
side.
Thank you.
No worries. All right, how's that good enough?
Yeah.
Think of how good that's going to be when we expand that screen to a 58-inch.
Woof.
58 inches of freedom.
What?
That's 58 inches of freedom, folks. All right,
We're
so
off to a good start.
I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry.
So
No,
just
you're not.
just to get you back in character and to remind you of where we were last time, you were on the unknown road as it branched off to the north. You had just returned from the town of Tumblewood, where the actual brewery was, going along the Sunshine Lane to the Falenmoore side of the road. It is nothing but sticks, darkness, and mist.
Mhm.
And to the other side of the road is sunshine and rainbows. And then a little further down, there was also a signpost that you buried a member of the clerichood of the torch-bearing god, whose name is Bryn, or
No.
Brig.
Brig.
Bryn is our producer, who needs to produce more. Sips angrily.
Ooh.
Oh, so angry.
Alright.
Do it all at once.
Chug.
Oh, all of us sip at once? Alright.
Wait.
ASMR. Alright.
I cannot sip loudly, I can only chug.
I just stared at the camera and it was like,
Everyone has their own talents. It's okay.
That's true.
It's really true. Alright, so, last thing first.
Mine are not particularly extensive.
You're talented, you're handsome. Good luck! Hello, Michael, I see you in the chat. Good.
Hey!
You're just in time for your favorite show. Look at my fancy house.
it's called actually.
I'm a little more pixely all of a sudden.
Are you?
A little bit. It's the lighting, but I just won't move.
Oh well. It'll do.
Never move.
Nevermore.
I'm wearing blue.
I'm wearing
Oh, it's
kind of a
whenever my
mixture.
camera focuses.
Who's going to die? Wearing black has something to do with death.
I'm wearing blue, Mike. I broke it. Christine's wearing gray.
Yeah, you just can't tell from that distance.
And the
It's kind of
lighting.
one of those weird scattered
And
ones.
I'm wearing like
dark blue with flowers.
blue flower.
I like that you can just barely see the bat skull.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
wearing
just
black.
kind of like peeking in at the top there.
Yes.
Hello.
You can just see the bony ears.
All right. So, the four of you and Farah, who I always forget until I'm midway through the sentence, stand on the edge of the road. You are... You're peering into the darkness on the other side of the road. Next to you, Farah grinds her heel into the dirt road and a pebble scratches across the dirt. Well, sure is dark in there.
Yep.
We don't have to do this.
But money is nice.
Aren't you curious to know what's going on in there?
Oh, I'm really, really curious. I've never seen a werewolf. I've read about them.
I mean,
That's fair.
there's lots of stories about them, so I'm not really sure what's true and what isn't.
And I mean, after all, the saying is curiosity killed the cat, not the dragon.
Yeah, and there's no cats here, so we're
It's
fine.
true.
No, perhaps we should bring a cat.
No, I'm kind of off cats right now. The last time we saw a cat, and remember, you think back to your encounter with Dendara,
Yeah, that's fair.
which was only about 2 weeks ago, that you were almost murdered by a floating black and white cat.
This is true, that did
I
happen.
almost murdered it.
That's true. There was a lot of
Yeah, we put a lot of hurt on that thing.
mutual death.
Mutually assured destruction.
It's
I was
the
thinking that.
it's the best kind of destruction, really.
I agree.
All right. You stare over at the side of the road into Falenmoore. What do you do?
You want to take a step forward.
Yep.
As you do, the icy cold swirls up around you. And you can feel the chill of deep autumn approach.
What time of the day is it?
Right now it's about maybe noon.
Okay.
However, as soon as you step off the road, are you stepping off the road?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Sure
As soon
am.
as you step off the road, Winter,
Oh,
it
no.
is about 10 o'clock at night.
Oof. This is so weird.
Let's keep an eye on Mars this time.
It's probably a good idea. Although the rope didn't work.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, then again, she also wasn't attached last time.
No, I mean, but the rope didn't work when we had a rope on, remember?
Yeah,
True.
it didn't work for the rest of us.
That's true.
It didn't work for you. Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Well, I mean, she
Nothing.
was only less than 10 feet away from us.
Yeah, but like,
Eh.
so when you went in before,
Far enough
you
to
guys were
get
attached
into
to the
trouble.
rope, but it's still disconnected.
Yeah.
Seems like. Or if we were connected, then it didn't feel like it.
Strange
an
magic.
initiative
very
chart. No, I have paper.
I didn't see it in there.
That's okay. I have a piece of paper.
Okay.
I also
Also,
have
I have
lots
an
of
invisible
paper.
cup.
Ooh, Invisicup.
Is it?
Woohoo! Green screen cup! I love
It's
that.
an Invisicup.
Invisicup.
I do.
My Invisalign is sorry.
What?
It's from the Billie Eilish video. My Invisalign has been removed, and this is the album.
Right. I remember that now.
I have no
I'll
idea.
play it for you later.
It's from the beginning of the Bad Guy song.
I don't know it.
That'll be why.
You don't know the song "Bad Guys" or "Bad Guy"?
Maybe
I
if
know
I heard
the-
it, I'd know it, but...
Because you missed the game with Nimue playing that in the background for 4 hours straight.
That was hilarious.
Boom, 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 boom,
That
boom.
was me,
I-
Jen, and Kel.
We just got
was
demonetized
supposed
for
to be
me
there.
doing that little beatbox. All right, you step over into Falenmoore. Falenmoore? It's Falenmoore. It's not Fallenmoore.
Mm-mm.
It's missing an L. All right, stepping across, you can see the bleakness stretched out in front of you. Can I get a perception roll off of all of you?
Well, I can sure
Yes.
try.
You
Hopefully
can.
my dice will be nicer this time.
Farah got a 6.
12.
Oh no, it's a 9. Never mind. 12?
Okay.
And does
25.
Dark vision work here?
What's that?
Does dark vision work here? Or
Yes.
Is
That doesn't... go
Dark
with
vision,
this.
it's a very strange dark vision. You can see in the dark, but not through mist. And there is a significant amount of low-hanging mist here. However, I'm not going to penalize your roll, so the 12 will work.
Okay.
19.
No, holy crap.
I rolled a
Nice.
14.
Okay, I got a
It would have been a 13, but it's negative.
-1. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, say la vie.
I got 25.
I heard you, Mike.
Oh, okay.
You can't not hear the 25.
Oof.
Sorry. I don't know where all my dice are. They're
There's a
hiding
tree up
from
ahead.
me.
You need to borrow dice.
No, I have some. They were just hiding in the other bag. Well, some of them were.
Also, did you see that thing I sent you?
Yes, I did see it. I didn't take a look at it yet properly, but
It's dope.
it's pretty cool. 17.
17. Glancing around, the 4 of you, some of you quicker than others, will easily make out that there's a road. Road is a generous thing to call it. There's a path, not too far up ahead. It looks like it almost connects with the road you were just on, the Sunshine Road. This is a grizzled claw of a roadway, barely long or barely wide enough to fit a cart on it. Deep ruts in the muddy earth, but padded down. It's only about 30 feet away. Yeah.
Can I do a check to see if I can see the tracks from our car?
You mean the cart that's missing?
Yes.
All right. So, why don't you go ahead and make me a survival roll?
It's a 9 plus 18.
18.
Oh, never mind then. That's
Yeah,
negative
I
5.
have that as a proficiency and it's high level, so it's like yay.
Dang, boy. Okay.
Looking around, you're standing in a muddy, barren field. Walking along some of the more solid patches of muck, you'll make your way toward that road, and you can see that indeed there are deep ruts torn into that tiny, gnarled roadway. They look like wagon tracks.
They look fairly fresh.
You'd say within the last day or two, for sure. You can see places where worn tracks had been eroded by time and rain around them. And you can see that this one was flanked by about 6 horses. Maybe a few more, maybe 1 or 2 less, but at least 6.
Okay. Well, I might have picked up the track from the wagon on the little road, but looks like it's got a bunch of company with it. Quite a few horses, looks like,
With it or trailing it?
around it.
So, kind of being escorted.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Can I take a look as well?
Yeah. Give me a survival roll.
I shall give you a survival roll.
Getting that 20.
No, but it's going to be a 9.
Do you draw attention to it that you're looking for this sort of stuff?
Yeah.
I will help out.
Yeah, you got
I feel like the
14.
camera's slightly uneven.
What?
Yours or ours?
Yours. Oh, it's because there's no pillow behind Mike,
Yeah.
and that's confusing me.
If somebody wants to hand me a pillow, I can take a pillow.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Well, because Christine needs the pillow behind
Yeah,
her.
it's true.
Or else
I
she
blend
vanishes.
in.
No, there's 2 pillows.
Yes.
If I could take this pillow.
But then it would be...
Because see, this side of my hair has now disappeared.
It's
See the
true.
wall behind it? You can't actually tell it's my hair and not wall.
Kel, subscribe. Thank you, Kel, for subscribing.
Yay!
Woo!
Twitch Prime!
Twitch Prime?
Probably
There.
sort of solved.
There, now it doesn't look so uneven.
And I have a nice little shoulder support. Look at me go.
That's true. Winter, you have a box of Kleenexes.
What?
Or tissues.
Yeah.
They can help you eat noodles.
Whack.
Alright, so. You glance around and... Yeah, that sure is some tracks.
Probably.
Do you follow?
I will start wandering that direction.
I will follow Zeno. He seems to know where he's going. And I don't.
I hope I know where I'm going.
Well, is there any other direction that we could be going?
So
Literally any direction.
Oh, it's splitting off 2 ways.
So you could follow the path back toward the main roadway that you assume will take you back into the sunshine.
Okay.
Or you can follow the road basically into the heart of this dark land.
Did we get any more information from the guy back at the brewery?
Not really.
About like where we should go look or like which direction to go?
Just basically to the right, to the east.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you didn't ask very many questions.
That's
No.
true, we didn't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hindsight 2020.
Our bad.
No, next year's 2020.
Ooh. So we said going east. Are the tracks going that direction then?
They are.
They are.
Because they ducked off the road into Falenmoore.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a heaven stone.
Well, that's the way I'm gonna go.
Huh. Advantage on rolls not to get lost because of magic.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. We all took a chip of the stone.
Hmm. Good to know.
We all got stone.
Yeah.
I guess that would go under miscellaneous.
Ooh. Oof.
All right. Do you continue?
Yeah, might as well.
You walk for quite some time. This strip of elevated earth that on either side is muddy fields. It's a bridge going over a river of muck.
Ugh.
At any moment, one of you might slip off.
Oh no.
But none of you do. You're at a couple times you step and feel your foot start to go over the edge into the quagmire beneath. A rock will tumble down when Farah's boot touches the edge and will fall almost half a foot before it hits the mud, and a loud will splatter mud on her ankle. Ah, it's cold. How is it cold? How is everything cold?
Everything is cold. I hate this.
How much colder is it in here than?
Then outside?
Yeah.
Let's see, noonday versus rain just stopped raining in the evening. Like, it's like a month of temperature difference minimum in the middle of autumn. It's you know what? It's the difference between September 30th and November 30th. There you go.
So it's like a solid like hovering around 0.
It's chilly.
It's 1 degree because frozen would be better.
That is
The spot right before frozen is the worst because you're just like, oh, come on.
Just freeze already.
Just do it. Just do it.
Admit it.
Admit it. All right. You walk for a while, and time seems to... The soundtrack swapped over to Christmas music. Let's fix that.
What?
It was from the test audio test we were doing.
Oh.
before.
Oh, that'll do it.
There we go. Back to that. All right.
Oops.
You
Back to your regular programming.
continue deeper along the path. As you do, all of you make me a perception roll with disadvantage.
Oh,
boy.
no. I don't like this.
Oh.
Nice.
7.
7?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Well, Farah botched, so hey.
Well, at least I'm better than Farah.
And then she rolled a 7, which looks like a 1.
13.
13?
13.
Christine?
22.
On a disadvantage.
I rolled a 20 and a 17.
Holy crap.
Lucky.
And I was like, oh,
11.
hot damn.
And, okay. So the two of you, you'll see Farah kind of like up inside of her jacket. And Mars kind of shifts on her step, kind of just trying to curl up into herself a little bit. And even Zeno has a little bit of a shiver to his lower jaw when he's looking around. You see him in silhouette against the pregnant moon. It's a full gibbous in the sky. Wasn't it a hangnail
Mm-hmm.
just a few hours ago?
Yeah. Oh.
Aww.
That's what you will notice, Druid.
Ah!
Meanwhile, you
That's not good.
glance around and you
it's
can see
freezing.
that fingers of fog start to reach across the moon's surface. And it's like the mist rises from the ground around you, like worms wriggling out of wet soil. That's what you will notice, Cleric. The mist slowly envelops and surrounds you. This entire area is now blanketed with a dense, deep fog. You will find that any attempts to navigate are going to be severely hampered. You won't get lost necessarily, but it will make tracking very difficult.
Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Mike.
Is there anywhere in the vicinity that I could get a better vantage point of everything around?
Actually, up ahead, if you go just a little bit further, you think you can make out that this field ends, and...
I'm missing a card.
Oh, okay.
And of course, my deck is on the very bottom.
Of course.
Of
Why
course.
wouldn't it be?
Do you want me to get it?
No.
Okay.
I got it.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, Christine.
I also need a PHP, please.
PHP.
Here you go.
Oh, okay.
Ah, I'm useful.
Have one.
Yay! You actually see that up ahead, the troubles are had.
It's okay. I'm good.
Up ahead, Mike, you can see, just barely make out some branches poking up into the sky. You seem to remember that around this distance was when the forest began. Maybe if you just push on a little bit further, you can climb a tree.
Oh,
It's really frustrating.
we should almost be coming to the forest that we were in last time. Might be able to see something better if can scurry up a tree or something, get over the fog.
I mean, maybe, or we might just be able to see more above the fog.
It is true, but I mean, you know, if we could see more above the fog, then maybe there's something up ahead. You know, when I climbed the windmill, I could actually see the city itself.
It's True.
as well as the what was the other one?
The moving castle.
Then there's the moving castle, and the
Yeah,
other one
where is
the
that?
Ugh.
We haven't seen it since we came over here, have we?
yeah, and then it was the other little village, the Turtle Nook, Turtle Rock, Turtle something,
Turtleford.
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 Yeah, that was what it was.
Hey, Mike.
Yes,
Are you guys continuing to walk as you go?
I am. Yeah.
So, as you're saying that, you will find yourself nearing the edge of a very skeletal forest.
Is it dense, or like is it still really hard to see through all the like branches?
It's quite hard to see, actually. And as you step inside, the moonlight will fade away. Luckily, all of you have dark vision, so it's dim inside of here. We're going to treat this as dim conditions for you because of the fog, basically.
Okay.
So, looking around, the moon is mostly blotted out by the branches overhead, and a large tree lies in front of you that you think would actually probably be a good climbing tree.
I am gonna try and scamper up it.
Okay, you climb up the side, and as you do, a large beetle the size of your fist will click-clack around the way, trying to avoid your grasp. It has wide, sharp mandibles like a pair of pliers,
Ooh.
and will clack them at you angrily before it scatters off.
Is it a dead, decaying tree, or is it like still strong to hold him up?
It looks like it's strong enough. Can you go ahead and give me an athletics roll, Mike?
Yes.
Bye.
Oh, bye guys.
Bye.
What did you do? Just
5.
So I realize I didn't grab inspiration tokens because they're in the closet here, and I'm not going to do that.
So I think during Extra Life, somebody used a couple cleric spells and didn't put them back in the cleric thing because I'm missing half of my domain spells from my pile.
We didn't have a cleric.
No, but some of the spells are the same. And I think somebody used them.
I'm sorry. Well, we'll find them. We'll have to go through everything.
Can I use my hypothetical inspiration on that?
Yeah, hold on one sec. I need D4s for Farah. But you know what the die that never gets used is? D12s.
That is super true.
I'm going to give you D12s for inspiration.
Ooh.
Cool.
I don't think I've actually ever used a D12.
oh boy.
There you go. Each of you have an inspiration token now.
Yay, I'm gonna spend mine.
All right, go ahead.
That's how that
There
word
we go.
is spelled.
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
This sure is how I say that word.
Wow, that's even
Did
worse.
you roll a 1 on the second one?
No, actually no, that's the exact same. That one is also a 5.
Total of 5?
Total of 5.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was athletics, right? Not acrobatics?
No, acrobatics would be falling, which is what you might do in a minute. So you'll do your best to climb, and you're just not finding purchase. The trees here are covered with this sheen of sickly black moss.
Ugh.
Ew.
It's actually quite hard to climb. You'll see Zeno kind of grab, and he gets about 5 feet up and then slides back down. The whole front of his armor coated with this slick, dark slime.
Ew.
Yuck.
Maybe not.
It gloops off of your fingers. Gloves.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Basically.
Ugh. Okay.
Is this tree stopping us from being able to go further?
No. This is just off to the side. He was
Okay.
climbing it to get a better view.
Okay.
Is it worth it?
I mean, I was hoping it would be, but I
I
mean,
don't think so.
That's gross.
That's pretty nasty.
What if that gives you the plague?
I mean,
I'm not wrong.
you're not wrong. Can I try again in a couple minutes?
You can do absolutely. So as you're coming down, Mike, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Don't get any of that in your mouth.
8.
Does he get some in his mouth and...
No. He doesn't have any slime near his
Okay.
mouth.
He breathes it in.
The fog is really, really dense through here, and you can't quite see it first. But Zeno starts coughing.
Oh,
I told you not to get any in your mouth.
I didn't.
And are you wearing gloves?
Yes.
So as you look down
Spores.
in the darkness, you can see that
Mm-mm.
you can taste blood.
Mm.
There's something. You just coughed up blood. It's on your glove, actually, like a wad of it.
It's airborne.
You're gonna take 9 points of damage. And as you look down, you will see the blood on your hand slowly start to just evaporate into the fog.
What the
Okay!
And can I get everybody to roll initiative?
Oh, sure.
Let's do it! Wow, okay.
15.
16.
8.
Yours, that's not mine.
Oh no, there are initiative counters.
Oh.
All my dice have stopped rolling well.
That's fair. So 16
But
was...
that's fun. I don't mind.
Christine?
17.
Well, this is a really easy initiative track. 17 with... Farah is... What'd you get, Mike?
8.
Well, you beat Farah.
Woo! I don't mind rolling bad every now and then. Makes things fun.
It does. So, you'll cough up blood and watch it slurp away.
Like Avenger style is like...
Not like dusting, like it just kind of evaporates,
Ooh.
but quickly. And there's strange... And
Do we hear that?
you hear something. There's like a rustling in the fog around you. And I would like everyone to make me a perception roll.
10.
10?
13!
Okay.
I'm retiring these days
That's gonna be... Oh my god, my brain just shut down.
Perception.
16.
All right. So you are not going to see anything except for that. You'll see the blood kind of trail off. MacLeod, you will look and see the blood trail off, and then you'll see this darker patch of fog that is surrounding you, this patch of mist, throb. And you'll see capillaries form in the fog and mist itself.
Did I turn yet?
You have initiative.
Excellent! Gust of wind!
Oh God, how does that work?
It's a 60-foot line from
Okay.
myself. So I'm gonna do it 10 feet. It's 10 feet wide and 60 feet long.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast it from myself towards that.
Okay.
It's a concentration. It lasts up to a minute.
And what is the damage type? Is there any? Or is it just a push?
Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line.
All right, that sounds fantastic. Okay.
Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves. The gust disperses gas or vapor, and it extinguishes candles, torches, unprotected flames, etc.
Okay, so that's fine. So you will go
And
ahead.
as a bonus action on each of your turns before the spell ends, you can change the direction.
So you can just keep the pressure on.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. All right, so you're going to raise your symbol of Vela and point it at the center of this
hammer.
map. Oh, your hammer?
It's a symbol of Vela.
It is. It has the, you're going to raise your hammer, point it at this throbbing mass of capillaries, and a sudden gust of wind is going to buffet all of you, and a tunnel of wind is going to go right between you.
Oh shit,
And-
are they all in front of me then?
Or
It's going to- you're-
step forward.
Don't worry about this. So it's going
It's
to
fine.
buffet and push this column of wind that basically goes between the three of you. And you'll see this darker patch of mist pushed back about almost 20 feet. And that's the point where you will hear this strange noise coming from the bit of mist, and all of you will be able to just barely make out just barely perceive the throbbing of red capillaries. It kind of looks like this. Not this. Not the Yogoth. And that's your turn. It pushes it away. It does not disperse it.
Okay. That's weird.
Yes.
Roll to recognize what that is then?
Yeah, actually, absolutely. This is a religion roll.
Religion? Okay. Nice! That's gonna be 22.
Certain undead creatures can turn themselves into mist, and if a creature is made of mist, you can't disperse it with magic,
Okay.
but you can definitely affect it. You blew this thing strongly off course and made it visible to the naked eye by blowing the wind around it. It is now a pocket of mist in the middle of an otherwise clear cone, because your spell has pushed away all the natural mist.
So it's isolated.
Yep.
Because I was originally actually trying to find the spell to do it earlier when the mists first started coming around us, but it took me this long to
That's
realize I didn't
perfect.
have the card.
So things like this, I'll also give you for free, are they can usually be harmed by by weapons. Not well, but usually sunlight's really good against them if you have anything like that. Tia, I just remembered something, and I'm not going to say it out loud. Tia.
Relevant to me or not?
Nope. I mean,
Okay.
technically, yeah.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know.
I'm going to try and be calling this information out as I recognize it.
Go ahead, do it.
Shit, that's probably undead, guys.
Ah.
Someone can do that. Does anybody have sunlight?
No.
Wait, that's radiant, right?
Light?
Yeah.
I got
I'm
moonlight.
gonna pull out my sunblade.
On your turn, you will.
Yup.
Hold on.
Weapons don't work as well.
But this is.
Well, they do still work.
So do I?
Oh shit, I got radiant damage.
Do I stab it?
Ooh,
Should I
radiant
not?
twins.
Do you?
Well, looking at how it reacts to that blood, you probably don't want to get too close to it.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
get close to
Okay,
it.
so I'm gonna, drop him. See what happens if the moonbeam gets dropped on it.
All right.
So pale light, 5-foot radius. So range as long as it's 120 feet, 40-foot high cylinder. Until spell ends. dim
What
light
type of
fills
damage?
It will be radiant damage.
Okay.
So when it enters it's.
I would remind you that sunlight and moonlight are two different things.
I know I don't have sunlight.
Okay.
So this is what I have.
All right.
You're
So
talking about light, and I'm like,
that
I'm
sounds
dead.
fine. So go ahead and.
So it needs to do a Constitution saving throw.
I got a 5.
It fails.
It fails.
So it will now take 2d10 radiant damage. And if I can find my other d10. Oh, there's one. Let's see how well this goes. Well, it's gonna be 6.
6 points of damage. All
I rolled
right.
2 3s on
There
both
is
my
going to
10s.
be a sudden burst of moonlight from nowhere, illuminating the clearing, further spreading light, dispersing it out through the fog, making it even more obvious what you're attacking.
Cool.
The next attack is going to gain advantage against this thing because of the illumination. And it's going to shrivel slightly and make that noise.
That is gross.
I love being able to do that because I'm not sick anymore. All right, Mars.
I'm the only one that doesn't have radiant damage.
You have infernal knives. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. But I also don't want to get too close. Could
You can try to
slide over to Malia and ask if it can take a mist form. Is it possible that it could drop back into its regular form?
Maybe.
I'm gonna hold my action.
So you can ready an action.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Ready in action if it changes form.
You're just gonna have an arrow pointed or something? Or are you gonna ready your action for a charge and stab? Okay,
That one.
sounds good. All right, so that's going to be my turn. And so to push against you, I have to beat you in a check, right?
Yeah, starts its turn in the line, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from me.
That moment when the dice is a 17 and then rolls to a 3 at the last second.
Ooh.
And my spell save is 16.
So I have a 1.
Yeah.
So I failed by 15 points. So it is going to be pushed back another 15 feet by your wind,
Alright.
pushing it out of the line of the line of the moonbeam. Amy, you have a question?
Sorry, does this thing count as a shape changer?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Shape changer specifically is usually lycanthropes,
That's what I thought, but
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure.
but good to ask. All right, Mike, you're up.
I'm gonna pull out my sunblade.
Sounds good. This thing is, let's see, 35 feet away,
Ugh.
which is just close enough for you to run and attack.
I'm gonna run and attack it.
Okay.
I'm also gonna use Hunter's Mark on it for.
That sounds good. All right, so go ahead. So you're going to rush up, and you are going to use your bonus action to draw your weapon and activate it.
Yes.
Would you remember how to activate it? What's the word? What are the words?
I haven't used this in a long time.
Did you make a note?
No, of course not. I'm a bad player.
Mike doesn't use notes.
I believe it was light come forth.
I
but
think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sunlight! Come to me! Come forth? Yeah!
Da-da-da!
Wait for it.
And hold on, one sec. You can actually hear behind you the sound of Farah.
Oh no.
It's a holy relic, you idiot. All right, and rushing up. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Wow.
You will get both of your attacks on this, by the way.
GG. Oh.
Got a nat 1 on one of them.
Okay.
And then the other one is gonna be over 20.
Over 20. All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a 20
So go ahead and roll me damage.
thing. D8, D8, D6.
Dang.
So I will point out that this doesn't not affect my party members.
That's fair. So Mike, I also need you to make me a strength roll.
Okay.
Oh yeah. It's a good thing I didn't move.
Cool. That's fine, man. I know what's gonna happen. I can see the 2 from here.
At least you're
Okay.
being thrown in the right direction.
That's gonna be
Maybe get
that's gonna be an 8, so not.
That sounds good. How much damage did you do?
Alright, so that is 4 2 piercing damage, 2 normal damage, and 7 radiant.
7 radiant.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you are going to run forward, buffeted by the wind behind you, which is actually going to give you that extra 5 feet of movement you need.
Yes.
You rush forward and bring the blade of sunlight down through this thing, and it will shiver around you and try to retreat away from this horrid sunlight that's eating into its misty flesh, and will rear back from you. You've got it on the ropes now. You raise your sword and you swing, and the wind catches your slippery glove, and the sword flies out of your hand into the mist in the distance. The light vanishes when it leaves your hand.
Can I use my ready action to like
You can use your next round. You're still holding it to...
to attack?
Yeah.
That was a great botch.
And you will see... And you don't hear it land.
Oh no!
I just said that's a holy relic! You hear Farah yell behind you on her turn. And you will see the dragon girl chase off into the mist after the sword. Oh, that's a disadvantage. All right. Mars, it is... Would you like to go ahead and shoot it? It doesn't look like it's reshape-shifted, but it is kind of forming... It's...
I'll take a shot.
You might as well.
Okay.
Okay,
Pew,
so
pew, pew.
you will be doing this, not... Actually, it is pushed back. Do this with disadvantage because of the wind.
Oh, okay, and this would be
Unless you
dexterity,
decide to move
not-
around to get a better advantage, because you can see the way the wind is kind of pushing.
Mm-hmm. And then this is dexterity, or is it a different...
This is a dex attack, yeah.
Oh, nice.
You didn't move out of the wind, did you?
11.
11?
But the disadvantage, otherwise it would have been 15 plus 7.
Well, did you move to get a better angle?
Could I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were saying.
Yeah, the...
Okay,
Yeah.
15 is a hit.
Sweet. Oh no, it would have been 22.
But 15
Oh.
was a hit, 22 is going to be a hit.
22 is probably a hit if 15 is. I don't know the way the math works, but I think it might be a hit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, it's just like a 15 to like a 20, and then it's a 22 to a...
No, it's a 23.
Sorry,
and
23
Then.
and
23 and
yeah.
up. 21's a hit, 22's not, 23 is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I bet there's a role-playing game that does that, and I don't want to play it.
I can add my con mod to this one, right?
Mm-hmm. You had your... Yeah, you had your dex mod.
Oh yeah, sorry. Dex mod.
Mm.
So 4, 6,
Here.
10.
10 damage?
10. Not shabby.
Holy.
Oh no.
All right. Mike.
Yes.
Oh, but I failed my check. That's great, because it was my turn after. So, 1 second, Mike. I need you to make me a Constitution save.
Oh no. More coughing?
That is going to be Constitution. That's going to be 21.
21?
Yes.
That's a lot.
Its turn now?
Well, hold on. I forgot to roll for
Okay.
Mike being in its presence.
Okay.
So, because it got pushed back on its turn, then Mike ran up to
Yeah.
it, putting it in his zone.
Oh.
Mike, you're going to feel this mist start to reach up to your flesh, and you can feel the blood rising toward your toward the edge of your skin, and you can see little drops of blood floating out of your face, like the tip of your nose. You can see a bead of blood slowly pulling out like a string from a sweater, and as you in the darkness, as the blade vanishes into the depths of the mist. You'll just have the moment of terror, and then you'll hear, and an arrow is going to plug floating into a ball of cloud directly in front of you. There's an arrow.
Hey,
And then suddenly you'll hear, as the arrow falls to the ground, and the mist dissipates.
Did I get it?
It falls to the ground and starts to just rot. If air can rot, it's the sudden smell of sulfur and rotten eggs, and then nothing at all.
No. Did I get it? Is it
I-
dead?
Is it dead?
I think.
How do you check if it's dead?
I mean, it smells dead.
I mean, if it's
Mike,
undead.
make me another strength roll, Mike.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Nat 20.
All right, cool. You're buffeted by the column of wind, but are
I don't lose any more
you
weapons.
do not lose any more weapons.
So,
I'm gonna turn like a circle with that blast of wind.
Oh yeah, you can do that. You're gonna create just basically a dome around you.
I'm just gonna blow as much fog away as I can right now, so we
Yeah.
can see if anything else is sneaking up on us.
All right.
And then I'm gonna go the direction that Farah went.
Farah is over in the middle of the trees, stomping around to the best of her ability. Where is it? Do you see it?
I'm
Can
gonna
I-
use the wind
Does it
again to
glow?
help clear the mist.
Not if nobody's holding it.
Can I make a perception check on that?
Yes, you may. Can someone roll me percentiles?
don't have my
yes.
that I usually have. So it would be perfect for this.
Percentiles.
61?
61.
61.
Yep.
All right.
And that's a 19 on perception.
19. All right.
Yes.
So, glancing around, you can see that this bit of wood continues for quite a ways. And just there, over to the left where the blade flew, you can hear the slow, steady motion of a stream. And as you look around, in the mist that's slowly being pushed away by your friends, heavenly gusts,
Heavenly gusts.
you'll look around. What'd you get on your roll?
19.
19? You think you can see something in the distance, actually. In fact, yeah, there it is, at the base of a tree.
Action moves.
Do you rush up and grab it?
I'm gonna walk up to it. And
It looks like it landed at the base of a very large old elm tree.
grab it.
It's just laying there. It's covered in dirt. It's got a ding on it that you'll have to polish out.
Great.
And Farah runs up behind you and looks over your shoulder with wide eyes.
Got it.
You guys okay over there?
You will look up into a pair of boots. A man is dangled by his neck.
Oh!
He sways in the breeze, and as the gust of wind reaches you, he sways back and forth more violently. He's at least a decade dead, somehow still hung up by a strong backbone, perhaps, or maybe a hook.
Is it like a skeleton, or is it like a body?
It's wearing leather armor. It's been picked clean by time, but it looks still intact. The face itself is patchwork flesh, but most of the details have been eaten away to skeleton.
Gonna cut it down.
What are you messing with over there?
Well, we found someone hanging from a dead person hanging from a tree.
Don't touch it.
Why would you touch it? What if it's cursed?
It collapses to the ground and you cut the rope and just... The head breaks from the neck and spins around to the back, staring up at you with hollow sockets.
Probably cursed.
You can
I want to see if he starts like puking
Boiling?
blood again.
Now, when it fell, you heard that telltale sign, Mars. There's something in his pockets.
I go for it.
Pockets.
Pockets.
Well,
Yes, pockets.
he's down now. Or they're down now.
That's precious.
Okay, well, I'll finish blowing the wind around a bit more, and then the spell will probably end anyways. It only lasts a minute.
I'll sheathe my sword.
You might want to get over here. I think they found something cursed, probably.
Yeah.
Pockets.
Oh, can we
I
get
think
this
this whole
ding
land
up?
is cursed.
Does it
You
need any
do.
mending?
You're gonna check it.
Oh,
Make me an investigation roll.
Ooh, nice.
If I cast mending on the sword, will that fix the ding?
Oh, you just needs to be polished.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Oh.
investigation.
Mending
you
a
said?
cantrip.
Oh yeah, then absolutely. I always forget that it's cantrip because it used to be more powerful. I think.
17.
17. Ooh. Let me just check my thing of weird. I need to look at my table of weird things
That's
for
weird
you.
with a Y.
Wired things.
Yeah, the
roll me-
W-Y-R-D.
Roll me percentiles.
You sure it's not word?
Word. Okay.
What'd you get?
40.
Yeah. These ones a little bit.
And so, Winter, you're going to find a small pouch of coins, 12 gold coins,
Oh, yes.
as well as a scroll case,
Ooh, scrolls.
Exciting.
and as well a rolled leather. It kind of reminds you of one of your lockpick kits. Those rolled leather
Tool pouches.
tool pouches.
Okay. So what do we got in the pouch?
Sure. Unrolling it, you'll see that it is. It has a number of things that are fairly common. A flint and tinder. It looks like some writing tools, and also a rusty steel and glass syringe, and a couple of vials that have been broken. There appears to be some residue. Actually, the syringe is almost half full still, of some type of murky blue liquid.
Blue liquid?
Don't drink it, Mars.
Don't
Well, it's in a
inject that
syringe, so that's not how you get it in here.
Please don't inject that into
No,
anyone.
and if it's glass, like, you use it once and then it breaks.
Or you boil it.
That too.
Yeah, this is the day when glass was expensive.
Oh.
Do you look in the scroll pouch?
Oh, heck yeah.
All right, so the scroll tube opens with a, and there's a smell inside of here. It's slightly lemony,
Lemony snicket. Okay.
and you're reminded of honey as you open it. A couple of nubs of colored wax fall into your hand, as well as it looks like there's a scroll inside. But as you open it, it's not a scroll. It's a piece of parchment with childish depictions of rainbows and horses with wings. There's a second drawing in there that depicts what you can only imagine is a self-portrait of a small girl standing next to a large, darkly armored figure.
Does the armor look the same as the one of the?
It's the same. It's the same brown. Yeah.
Oh. He was a dad, and this was his kid. Oh. Sad.
The man.
Mm-hmm. Sad.
The man has no weapons on him. It looks like he has been quite turned over. Can you make me one last investigation roll?
9.
9?
Mm-hmm.
This parchment's really old. Like, it seems older than the corpse, but like the corpse seems like it was dangling there for about 10 years, but this feels kind of like the parchment you have seen in like old family almanacs and things like that, like generations old.
Okay.
There's something weird here that you're not quite perceptive enough to understand.
You guys are here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking around going like, what the heck's this?
I'll say, like, I'll explain that, like, this parchment just feels kind of weird, like, outdated. You want to take a look?
Sure. Take a look at it.
Sure. Make me an investigation roll.
Woohoo! Watch me fail this one too.
I will look
Mike, do you want to shut the window? Sure. It's starting to get
I
close.
rolled a 2, so that's 3.
Oh, yeah, shoulder.
Like, it's parchment?
Parchment.
17.
17. Hey.
Do I have enough wherewithal to not try and lick it?
It
Yay!
smells like honey.
That was loud.
That was a little loud.
Oop.
Kerdunk.
So, taking a look at it, you think that this is really old parchment. Like, this is probably 50, 60 years old. Like, it's really brittle. And as you handle it, some of the corners will flake away.
Oh.
It is kind of odd. Farah will look over your shoulder and look up at you. That's a human, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think so.
Probably.
Is there a way to tell human skeletons from other non-human skeletons?
Yeah, check the ear bones.
Or I'll check the ear bones. I don't know what I'm looking for.
You poke at the head, like looking around inside of the helmet. He's got kind of like this this leather cap on, like a leather skull cap with some flaps in front of his ears. And like poking around, you'll see there's a hole in the side of the head. And as you like look around for the ear, a spider will poke its head out at you.
Ah!
Oh, good. Brain spiders.
Oh, gross.
And it will just run off.
Ah! Gross. Okay. Oh, there's an ear hole. It doesn't have ears anymore.
But
You gonna punch it?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
What did I...
Punch the corpse.
Just do a normal attack,
Okay.
and there's a maximum amount of damage you can do.
Can I use... yeah, no. Can I use my inspiration?
I wouldn't bother.
Okay.
What'd you get?
5, and I'm not sure what to add to it.
You have advantage on this one, I must say.
Okay.
Punching a prone corpse that's right in front of you.
That one's better. That was an 8 that I rolled.
so would it be
How
strength
much
mod or
is-
something?
What's that?
Would you add strength mod or?
Yeah, you add your strength bonus to
He
this.
has no
No.
strength bonus.
All right, so you just go and he's kind of like swat at it,
Yeah. Ah!
just trying to get away from it.
Yeah.
Ow!
What? Did it just... It said ow.
Did it talk?
And as you look at it, a pair of kind of glowing orangish orbs will slowly flicker to life in its eye sockets.
Ah!
That's
You're gonna
not
poke it with a
cool.
boot?
Ow!
How do you... Does it actually hurt?
Does its jaw move, or is it like...
Yeah, a little bit.
Hello?
How long were you stuck in a tree for?
Quite a lot. Can you help me out?
Are you...
Ugh!
Are you...
So you'll turn its head around.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you? And you'll see that its jaw has popped off on one side. Can you? I can do it. I can.
Yeah,
It'll reach like a gloved hand up and go. That's better. Hello.
Hello.
I seem you dislocated my jaw.
Sorry.
I mean, you also seem pretty dead.
What? No, I'm fine. Fit as a fiddle, I am.
You've got no.
He coughs and a spider falls out.
Brain spiders.
Lung spiders.
You're good lung spiders.
What?
You just coughed up a spider?
And you're a skeleton.
Yeah, statistically, people swallow at least 3 spiders a year.
What?
Yeah, in your sleep. They go for your mouth and then you go, "Whoa."
That's not true.
Yeah, it's probably 4 by now. What do you mean I'm a skeleton? I know I feel a bit thinner.
Look at your hand.
He'll hold up a gloved hand.
Take the glove
Take the
off.
glove. Oh my god. Does he take up the whole hand?
Actually, let me roll Constitution there. Yes. But that's disconcerting.
I think you just dislocated your hand.
I can fix it. I can fix it. He'll pop it back on. I fixed it.
That's not how hands work usually.
Were you a human?
Yeah. Was I a human?
Most humans can't take their hands off and then put them back.
I'm a very skilled human, I'll have you know. My name is Sir Geoffrey.
Where are you from, Sir Geoffrey?
I'm see if he actually. Oh, actually, damn, he's smarter than I thought he was.
Knocking the spider out.
He's just knocks his head a couple of times. I am from the county of Falenmoore.
Uh-huh.
And well, thank you for rescuing me from this awful punishment.
Punishment?
Yeah, I've been hanging there for quite some time now. Sorry, I fell asleep. My memory's coming back slowly. It's a bit hazy.
Do you know why you got hung up there?
Oh, I got robbed.
Oh! That's so you got punished for getting robbed?
No, the punishment was being left up there.
For getting robbed.
I think it's just more unfortunate it wasn't a punishment.
Punishment's probably the wrong word to use. Sorry, I'm still kind of rebooting.
I mean,
Question.
you're...
But you're wearing boots.
More like
No, it's not.
In your
that's not-
memory.
oh my god!
Falenmoore was, I mean, it's a bit spooky.
It's when you
Yeah.
boot someone to the head again to
this?
their.
Oh, so you take a quick, flip to the head with the boot.
Yeah, it's a bit spooky like that, I
Yeah.
guess.
The first boot is when you kick them. And
I
then you
am a
reboot to
knight
get- to
errant.
Fix what you just jostled.
of.
I think.
That's such a regional
A
term.
Falenmoore.
I heard it back in Mall.
Yeah, but do you swear to a god?
To a god.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's. I mean, I had
It's great for
cordial
carts and
relations.
things that aren't working properly.
Not cordial. I would like to remind, not the other type of sea relations with the Carrion Queen, but who doesn't around these parts?
The who and what?
Carrion Queen?
Yeah, the lady of crows.
Crow.
Did that ring any bells at all?
You may make me a religion roll with disadvantage.
Woohoo!
I met a crow.
You did meet a crow. You may make a religion roll with disadvantage.
I rolled a 1.
Talk to me.
Religion.
Talk to me.
That's a 2.
Nevermore.
You did.
And what am I rolling?
Religion. So
Religion.
intelligence.
With disadvantage still.
So I'll take this one. And with religion and intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 14.
4.
Dang.
Okay, well, let me just pass you a note.
A knot? I do like knots.
Carrying.
Or I can just tell you across the table.
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care.
The Carrion Queen is a goddess that you've heard of only in passing. A lot of people who deal with the dead, poisoners, people who like death but don't like Hisk, tend to deal with. You know her because you did a little bit of research after you caught the Nern.
Got a case of the nerds.
Some legends
The Nerns.
cross-reference Nern
Mhm.
being connected to another goddess called the Carrion Queen, who is a goddess of a distant land. And
Like
in
relation or
some
like...
stories say they're friends. Some stories say they're rivals. Some stories claim that they're related in some way.
Okay.
Perhaps that one of them is the parent of the other.
Okay.
The Carrion Queen is connected with ravens. She has many names, as many of these gods do, but she's connected to a plane of existence called the Gloom.
The gloom.
Sounds like my kind of goddess.
Which is pretty cool.
Sorry.
Sploof.
So yeah, you actually succeed. Congratulations!
I'll explain that to the group in Mars Talk.
That actually kind of sounds like my kind of goddess.
Me too.
Yeah, she's a nice type. I mean, honestly, I was doing I was doing my best to ensure that the lands were protected, and I came across
You said you were robbed. Were they bandits?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a little bit of yes, a little bit of no. I kind of I stole some bread because I was hungry, and the villagers chased me down and beat me to death and hung me
But you
from a
weren't just
tree.
feeding yourself, were you?
I was trying to feed my sister.
Insight. Is he telling the truth?
You may make an insight roll.
I will attempt to
And
do
I will
so.
make a secret roll to see whether or not this guy's smart enough to lie.
I'm holding up the picture with the kid's drawing on it.
Oh, that's the 12. I'm rolling terribly tonight.
That's okay, we all are.
Roll.
What'd you get, 12?
12.
You don't
Son
think
of
he's
one.
smart enough to tell a lie, really?
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I was, I was traveling with my sister. I had a younger sister, ripe old age of, I believe 19 she was.
Should be 29 now.
I was a strong, masculine age of 24, or the one that comes after that, and we was traveling, you see, because I was trying to help her usher out a better life, and it just it didn't work out very well. So we ran out of bread. I bought into a con job, you see. There was a fortune teller who said that she could help me find my way out of Falenmoore and live to the great wide world if I gave her some money. So I did. And then she asked for some more money, and so I gave her the more money. It turns out she wasn't very trustworthy.
So, you got beaten to death and then hung up.
Yeah.
And now you're here talking to us.
Yeah!
Not dead.
You seem nice folks. Oh, I didn't catch your names. I'm very sorry. That's very rude of you.
Well,
I'm Sir Geoffrey DeMel.
I'm Zeno.
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 Good to meet you, Zeno. And he'll thrust a gloved hand at you.
Does it fall off?
Nope.
It might click back.
It's going to crunch together when you shake it, though. The bones have nothing to hold them apart.
I'm gonna shake, shake, shake.
Nice to meet you.
So, you know you're dead.
Yeah.
Progress, I think.
As I am now, you shall be.
That's ominous.
Well, I'm not going to do it. I've got places to be.
Like what? Where?
I mean, not in the tree.
Oh, we picked that already.
So, after you got beaten to death and hung up,
Yeah.
when did you wake up? Like, just now?
Oh, no, I've been up there for,
But you knew you were up there.
Yeah.
And you knew you were dead.
Yeah. I couldn't get down.
Did you ever stop and think, wait, how am I...
Well, I mean, we all have crises of conscience and queries about the mortal coil, But, I mean, I was stuck up a tree. There's not much I could do about it.
And if they chased you down, beat you to death, and then hung you up in a tree, what happened to your sister?
I think
Way to ask the depressing question, Mars.
Yeah.
I should probably be going. I need to go find that out. The best I can tell, I was up there for quite a while.
Okay, well, there is a whole lot of mud out there, and I have a very strong suspicion that as soon as you take, like, a few steps that direction, you're probably just gonna get stuck in the mud.
All right.
Come with us?
So yeah, against my better judgment, I think he should probably come with us.
I mean, up to him.
If he's if...
Make me a persuasion roll.
Alright.
Can I help?
Yeah, you will, so if
Hey,
Winter's
I rolled
helping.
11, so that's
So
a
Winter,
12.
get at least a 10.
I got a 10.
Plus
All right, so
4.
you may roll with advantage, Amy.
So the better first, that's a 12, because that's a 4.
All right.
First roll was better.
All right. I think I will go with you for a bit.
Okay.
What
What's
a-
your sister's name?
My sister's name?
Yeah.
Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Cassandra DeMel.
The man. Does the name ring a bell at all?
No. No, not even a little bit. But you're in a brand new land.
Okay.
Sorry, how long did they say that they'd been up there, roughly?
About 10 years.
They look like they've been up there for about
It looks like
10
he's been
years.
rotting for about 10 years.
Okay.
But it could. Remember that time is weird here.
That's true.
Could be more or less.
Could have been yesterday.
Yeah, who knows?
Yesterday.
Well,
Alright.
Alright, so
I mean,
What was the goddess god I had just heard about that loved your undead servitude?
Oh, that is
Oh.
Cresius the Undying.
Alright. By any chance, have you heard of Cresius?
I mean, a bit.
I mean,
Well,
might be somebody you can work with now.
Yeah, I suppose. I never thought about it before. I mean, Cresius isn't really like the best known around these parts, but
I mean,
yeah, I might as well check in.
yeah, at this point, might be a way to make money.
yeah,
Live your best undeath.
yeah.
your best
Unlife?
life.
Undead unlife.
Huh.
You only live once.
Your post-life experience.
I mean, I guess upkeep's gonna be cheap now. I don't need to eat. I don't think I need to sleep.
You kind of woke up when you came out of the tree.
Yeah, well, I shut down.
How does that happen?
I mean, I was up there for probably at
Why
least
would you
a
want
few
to-
days.
I'm just wondering.
Shut down.
a
Only
few
if you
days?
lose?
Well, I don't know. The sun never comes up in Falenmoore,
That's fair.
so it's kind of hard to
True.
count.
I mean, with how it's been, it could very well be longer.
Oh yeah,
or
what's
shorter
the
than
moon
it
doing
looks.
now?
It is very gibbous. It is, one might say, 80% full.
Fuller than when we first looked at it.
By one phase, yes. So it was a waning gibbous. Now it is it was a new gibbous, and now it is a waxing, almost full gibbous, going into full moon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
We've only been in here like an hour.
At least that's what it feels like.
We should keep
Huh.
moving.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Well, happy to
Right.
come with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ah.
We're trying to track down a stolen cart.
Yeah. Have you seen one?
Nah.
Oh, by the way, are we really up far off the road now?
You're kind of in a glen, like
Off the trail?
yeah, you can see the trail from here though.
Okay.
You haven't lost it in the mist.
Cool.
And
That's
we
good.
still, like, the tracks are still, we...
Oh no, those have been long gone. You lost them in the mist when they came in. You're just following the road. 1, 2, 3 ladies, 4 ladies, and an elf boy.
Accurate.
Close enough.
I need a weapon. I'll be right back. And he'll rush over to the tree, and you'll hear as he breaks off a branch.
Oh no.
Have no fear, Sir Geoffrey is here to protect you. and he'll tuck it into his belt.
It's like a branch.
Yeah, it's like a big, thick tree branch about. It's like a broom handle.
So, as we go off, tell me more about this goddess of yours.
Well, the Carrion Queen.
Yeah.
Well, she rules the lands of shadow, and the gloom. The gloom. So she was brought to these lands by the Count himself.
Count?
Yeah,
Which count?
the Count of Falenmoore.
Oh.
The one who resides over all of us.
What does he look like?
He's a tall man, quite slender, very fashionable,
Is he
kind of
human?
ish. I mean,
What is he then?
it's rude to say. He's
We're new to here. We have no idea. Enlighten us.
well, he's a nice enough gentleman. Has a bit of a drinking problem.
How?
Like, he doesn't have lips, so he just kind of goes. It's just like a bony face goes.
Can I insight to understand this?
Sure. Okay.
Because I get you doing it, and I rolled a 19. I
Yeah,
got
okay.
8 to it. So.
So he'll do that, and he'll go, "Oh, wait a minute," and then you'll get it. But then he'll go, "Ah."
Okay.
Is
Vampire?
yeah, Count Vlacho.
Is he
I'm
in
sorry,
that?
what?
Is he in that big castle that walks across the land?
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Oh, sorry, it's not Latio. It's not Vlatio. It's Latio.
Latio?
Yeah, he's in Castle Falenmoore.
That's the one that moves across the land?
The walking castle?
Yeah, you seen it?
Ooh.
Well, I've seen it from afar.
Oh, it's a beautiful place. It is.
How does it
Been there?
move?
Oh, I mean, it's because of Henry.
Henry?
It's a turtle.
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a beetle.
No. Is it on the back of a giant beetle?
Yeah,
Wow.
like a big one.
You've been
We
in
thought
it?
it might have been a turtle because there was the turtle.
We ain't got no turtles yet. We got some snapping tortoises though.
Mm.
You've
Bite
been
your fingers
in
right
the
off.
Castle.
What?
You've been in the castle?
Oh, yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, I served his family for quite some time.
Oh.
That's how I'm a knight.
Yeah, I was about to ask what you were a knight of because of the sir.
I am the Demels have graciously served Viston Ladgo and his family for quite some time. Way back before the Troubles.
The troubles?
Troubles?
Well, I mean, you know, with the blood drinking and all.
Oh, those troubles.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's more recent.
It's a couple generations ago. My great grandfather. So I guess probably pretty recent for you.
Was it like it was unwanted happening? Did he want it? Did they want it?
Was it cursed?
Look,
Was it a...
I
I don't understand how
well,
this
I don't
works.
understand either. I know that there was a family tragedy that we do not talk about, and in response to this, he made an arrangement with the Carrion Queen.
Oh.
Well, the Carrion Queen chose him. It's kind of muddy, and it's not really polite to ask your lord, so when did you become an unholy monster of darkness?
I feel like
Fair.
that would be a healthy conversation to have if you got a good relationship with each other.
I mean,
I would like to think that...
I can understand somebody who serves somebody else not wanting to ask the person they serve that question.
I do my duty,
Mhm.
and my job was to be a knight errant and to police the countryside and keep the common townsfolk safe.
So then are you going to be returning to
So-
the castle
Hmm.
to return to your post to let them know that you're back?
So why were you trying to get out of Falenmoore then?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, it's not.
Or was it just for your sister? Sorry, I know this is a very sensitive question.
Would anybody like to push him for this?
Yeah.
All right, you may make me a persuasion roll.
I'm a pusher.
Yeah. And you may do this with advantage because he's an easy mark on things that happen with his family.
I rolled 18 on both, but plus
Holy
4.
crap. Okay.
Somebody.
So as you are walking, you will just start, asking him more and more questions. And well, the Count, you see, he does indeed love the ladies. And he's not unfond of the blokes, but my sister.
Opportunities.
So long as they have a particular
Look.
he there's a painting that hangs in the grand hall of the first love, and my sister looked a lot.
She had similar traits.
Including ample.
It's fine.
In fact, yeah, very similar eyes. A beautiful, big pair of eyes.
So he fancied her.
Yes, and I know that he had planned to marry, or whatnot, to bury a stake, and I just thought that it doesn't always turn out well for the ladies, so I thought I would help her get out, and then it well, I got lost because Falenmoore's not easy to navigate at the best of times. As a knight errant, my job was mostly to wander around and hit things with the sword.
Okay, sounds like a good job.
I did all right. Then I broke my sword, and then.
That explains his tail.
Did you say? I heard something probably completely different. Did you? And he'll like pat himself between the legs, like.
No,
What?
I'm sure
What?
that's long gone, sir.
I don't think that's what.
Oh.
That's not what she was talking about.
Oh, the stick!
Yeah.
Oh,
And the lack of weapon.
I thought you were.
Anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well, I am single.
So is she. She is newly divorced.
Ellie will leave after you come back here.
I mean,
No. I'm very much unavailable.
you are quite a fetching orc, but I'm afraid that I think. Oh, I did not mean to be rude.
She's touchy. Kind of prickly, like a thorn bush.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, I probably just don't have enough meat on my bones for you. And he will reach up
That
and
is
go.
only the slightest of our issues here.
But no.
Yeah, that's what he does. Well,
You're funny.
There you go.
What?
Have you tried undead yet?
No.
oops.
Carrying on, anyway.
All right. Mars,
Hey,
can you do me a favor
possibly.
and make me an investigation roll, just as you're walking and thinking about his story.
Investigation? No.
No?
Ooh, that's a 2.
That's a 2.
All right. So there
You said
is
5.
something that is contradictory in his story that you would have intimate knowledge of because it's in your pocket right now.
Can I go through my pocket and like take a look and then try to
Wait a second! Oh god.
and try to
I
piece
get
like
it.
why it's sticking out of my head so much?
Sure.
So like yeah, so I'm looking at like
So there's like a roll of there's like the picture, and then there's like
I got
the
it.
roll of equipment,
I totally didn't register that.
and then there's like
the syringe.
yeah. And then what else did he have on him?
Yeah, the old parchment.
Yeah.
That was way too old.
No, that's not the important part.
Oh.
What else
honey
did you?
cubes?
What's that?
The honey cubes?
Oh my god,
The
it's the
wax
one thing you
cubes?
didn't roll it right down.
What? I thought I got everything.
So you understand.
I think I got it.
Oh,
I
this is
think I
perfect then.
understand.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
So
drawing a blank.
that's fine. Don't worry about
Can
it.
I roll for this to see if I remember?
Yeah,
Were
like
you
I
there-
pulled the stuff.
I mean,
Okay.
we rolled there.
All right. Cool. So
Yeah.
anybody else?
Okay.
That's a lot.
Is it a what?
What else did?
So
what else?
I rolled 17.
What was the first thing that Mars pulled off of him?
It was a pouch of gold.
Oh yeah, the gold.
He had no money, so they stole bread.
Hey! You said you had no money, so you stole bread, but I just stole money from your pocket. What's this?
Malia will calmly have her dwarven thrower in hand from. She's at the back, I think.
Okay. All right.
She's just calmly like.
Well, the truth of it is, okay, well, so, I did steal the bread.
But you also stole the money.
Well, it's,
Don't give
Mars, don't give him answers.
That's
Just
not
let
a
him
good
talk.
thing for him to say.
I did, it's not
Yes,
bad.
but it might not be the truth.
Look, okay, I might have resorted to some light banditry.
What?
I might have stabbed a few people and taken their money for the greater good.
The greater good.
The greater good.
What greater good?
So.
The good of my sister. And potentially myself. When you steal the fiancé of a count, he tends to fire you.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of out of money, and I figured, screw this guy.
So you killed other people instead? That's not particularly.
To be fair, I didn't stick around to see if they died.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
I'm also insight.
How tall
I'm just
is he
listening to
compared
this
to me?
go.
15?
How tall are you?
5'4"-ish?
He's about 5'8", 5'9".
15.
But skinny.
15?
Like,
Does he-
Oh, he's very skinny. Very little meat on his bones.
so can I, like...
21.
21? You
try
think
to
he's...
intimidate him?
Probably.
You can try. You can do it with disadvantage, though, because he doesn't have much to lose.
Well, I was gonna say, like, push him against a tree and be like, if you don't,
Okay,
can
go ahead and
tell
make me an
us.
intimidation roll.
I will break every single bone in your body.
But that's all I have left.
That's
All
more
right.
for me
Pause
to
a
play with.
question.
Yes.
If you're trying to mend bones
Mhm.
and it's not a living creature, would mending fix them?
Mending would fix it, but not if it was an animated creature. So if it's animated and has stats, then no.
So what if its arm is broken off and then you reattach it?
No, because it's still part of a corporeal creature.
Okay.
Basically, it just becomes a healing spell at that
Okay.
point. So anytime it branches that divide, if it's evidence of a murder, maybe.
Because I'm just wondering, like, if she goes and breaks a bunch of bones on him, can I fix them after, or is that count as healing?
No, that would be
That'd
technically
be
healing.
spells.
Okay.
And that's not gonna happen.
No.
Will not
Do you want me
waste
to
my
roll
spell
it?
slots.
I do want you to roll it.
Absolutely
Make
not.
me roll me intimidation. What'd you get?
2 plus 4.
I'm gonna attempt to
I'm gonna come
assist.
up behind her.
That is the greatest roll. Okay, so
Why do we suck?
We
You
suck.
failed? Intimidation, is it?
Intimidation.
I'm assisting with
well, hold on.
15.
You were inciting. So what did you get?
Oh yeah.
5.
Yep.
All right. So how are you trying to grab him?
Is he walking ahead of us, or...
He's kind of like standing, kind of facing these two, kind of holding his hands up. So you're kind of to his right.
I would just thought, like, pushing the neck against the tree. Or the neck bone.
All right. So you are going to go to grab him, and as you do, you are instead going to just swat the neck bones out of the way, and his head is going to fall out into his hands, and like look up at you with shock. The jaw
Tell us
hangs.
the truth, I'll do the rest of it.
All right. Jeez,
Right
Jeez,
for-
and Pate. Look, where's my and he'll pop the neck bone back into place from where it was dangling. He'll look at you with the head in his hands. Look, I don't want any trouble. All right.
We don't want to be misled either.
I don't want trouble either.
Look, you already took everything I have.
That's
True.
He screws the head back on. Ow. You know, it still does hurt.
Does it?
Yeah.
But you're dead.
You think that would fix it?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, but it don't.
Oh, good to know.
That is good to know.
Don't.
really good
So
to know.
don't die.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
We've tried
yeah,
to avoid it.
just,
Oh, so fine. What's the question? I've been nothing but polite to you.
What was the question?
Even after you robbed me.
I mean, we thought you were dead and just a corpse. I mean...
Oh, so grave robbing is fine.
You weren't
Yeah,
in the
usually.
grave. You were
A
in a
slight
tree.
bit of banditry.
Not even a slight bit of banditry. It's just like putting
Grave laws.
wasted stuff to use.
I guess
And it turns
technically.
out it was stolen money anyways.
So I don't
Look,
really
all
feel bad.
money is stolen money if you understand the capitalist system.
Yes.
Right.
Blame us.
Ah,
Those are...
Ow.
I
look,
don't know what any of those words mean.
I am an awakened undead at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going to be awakened, I might as well be woke. No.
I don't know what that means.
It's a phrase we have around Falenmoore. It doesn't get. It's mostly in the colleges.
It's
We don't have a college, really. It's more of just like a hut with this man who's ranting about normativity. I think his name's the Sandhurst.
I don't know.
He likes to burn things. We call him Bernie. Bernie Sandhurst. Anyway, alright. So he, alright. I look to see if Bernie Sandhurst is still alive. One sec.
No. Oh boy. Okay.
Alright. So fine. I'll answer any questions that you might have. Alright. I don't have much I can say. I've been dead for quite some time.
I mean, I don't know what other questions I had. Like, we're just...
I did some light banditry.
Mhm.
Everybody's done what they need to survive.
That's fine.
And they chased me there, and they did a lot of the stabbing, and they did one of these, and he'll lean forward and pull off his helmet, and you'll see that there's a place, it's a leather cap, so it doesn't really do much, but you'll see where the back of his skull's been bashed in.
Yeah.
And then they hit me with a big stick, or club, or something. I mean, to be fair, I didn't see it.
Mm.
No.
Does it look pretty blunt?
Oh yeah, it looks like it's like a great club, maybe like a hammer, or something like that.
So, by they, was it the Count's people?
Oh no.
Or just
Angry mob.
Your mobs.
Watch
Alright.
out for angry mobs.
Yeah, they're not great.
So,
Was your
How-
sister with you when you were doing the banditry?
No, I left her out.
Where?
Oh, it was in one of the local towns.
Were you
don't know.
meant to meet with her?
Turtleford.
Turtleford.
No? Okay.
What the hell is a turtle?
Tumblewood? Towns. These are just the towns I know of. I don't know any other places here.
Turtleford.
Tumblewood? Oh.
No. No, it was a little community called Bleak Hollow.
Bleak Hollow.
that sounds like a Falenmoore name.
Sure does.
How familiar are you with werewolves?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. And how...
I went to high school with one. Nice
So-
enough.
They're fairly common in this area?
I mean, they can be.
Because
What is
that's
it?
what, we're looking for a group of werewolves.
That may have stolen...
All right, fine. It wasn't a real werewolf, but it was a guy who liked to dress up in outfits.
Okay, we're looking for real werewolves.
Oh, come on. There's no real werewolves.
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. They're real werewolves, but I don't know any.
You
Look,
haven't-
I've heard a couple.
And you haven't seen any around here?
Not in. I mean, I haven't seen much at all in at least a few years.
Or heard? Like howling or anything? Would they
Nah.
howl?
Nah, I mean, probably they're part wolf. They might do
Right.
taxes too.
I mean, let's just keep going and try and find the frickin' card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You can tag along if you want.
Yeah.
just don't mash me up.
I
I wasn't
mean,
planning on it.
not going to.
I needed some money, so I did some stuff. All right. There was a man who was doing all sorts of gizmo weirdo stuff.
tell us more about this man?
Yeah, he was a grave robber.
Okay.
There was a grave robber, right?
Okay.
So, that's what I was thinking. So I followed him back to his hut, and there was this lady inside who was wearing this big white jacket and was having the really ugly guy bring back all of these like dead bodies, and they were cutting them up and they were stitching them back together, and so I whacked them both over the head and took their stuff. I figured that whatever was in that vial was probably worth some money.
Do you know what's in the vial or no?
Nah. It's still there.
I think so.
I think the bottle was empty, wasn't it?
No, it
The
wasn't.
syringe still had some stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I thought.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
I don't know. I grabbed the kit that was on the desk.
You sure you did them in?
Nah.
Oh,
I mean, apparently not, because the entire town chased me out of town.
Right.
So
Right.
I know at least that she's alive.
Mm-hmm. White coat.
Alright, well,
White coat. Does this ring any bells?
White coat.
No, because
Lab
my
coats.
brain's going like the hag.
No, definitely
No.
not the hag.
A younger hag?
The hag.
Haglet?
I don't know. This was a while ago.
I don't know.
alright, well, let's see if we can hunt down our werewolves
And get
and
that.
get out of here.
Yeah.
We gotta get that beer.
Yep.
Gotta get that
Here.
beer.
In the distance, you can hear, as you're walking down the road, the trail comes to a fork.
Oh, shit.
And to the right, you can see that it winds through more of the forest. Straight ahead, it kind of goes to a bog and just stops. But to the left, you can hear the sound of drums and laughing.
Drums.
Is there any sign of like werewolf prints or carts or whatever?
This is actually, there's quite a bit of traffic here. You can make me a survival roll.
I'm gonna do that too, because it's something I would. Ha! Yeah.
19!
I sure do hear drums.
19?
19.
Yeah, you've seen that like there are a number of things that have come by here. A couple of, you think maybe a cart at some point, but definitely horses, and a lot of foot traffic has been through here in the last couple of days. Most of it headed to the left, where you can hear quite a few people talking.
Oh.
Do we want to go inquire with the local populace?
Or maybe observe before we walk into like some random town in this creepy ass county.
This is a creepy ass.
What
That's
kind of rhythm
very
does the
fair.
drums sound like?
Kind of like just like dancing music.
So
Yeah,
it's not
let's
like war drums.
No.
Go and
Yeah, no.
observe.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
Or do you have some input on this? You can always pretend that you're a puppet.
Yeah, I don't think I'm really fine meeting people, so I'm gonna head off. Pleasure to meet you. Hopefully, I'll meet you again soon, and we'll be friendly like.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to all of you.
Do you know what town that is?
Nah.
Might be the one you left your sister at.
Yeah. Well, if you see her,
I don't know what she looks like. How are we supposed to identify her?
yeah. By now, she's probably old and grey. If you see some old grey broad with a big pair of eyes, named Cassandra.
Alright, Cassandra.
Is she a fortune
tell-
teller by any chance?
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
I hope not. That fortune teller ripped me right off. Anyway, best of luck to you. Goodbye. And he'll start walking off down the other side of the road, and we'll head. Let's see if he's smart. He'll start walking directly into the bog.
He's gonna
I
just
wait.
Farrah will look.
I wait for a little bit. Or how far along is it before it's like bog?
About like 100 feet.
Malia's gonna go after him.
Yeah.
You realize that's bog, right? You're
This-
gonna sink like a rock.
He'll lean forward and
The road's
squint.
that way.
Go that way. That might get you out of Falenmoore.
Ah,
That's
best
the
of
way
luck.
we come. Just follow the track.
Thank you kindly. And he'll tip his helmet to you and start off down the other path.
I'm not convinced that he can see it.
Oh well, I tried.
You did.
That's
You
kind of his problem now, I think.
did. Commendable.
Alright.
Can we have a quick breathe or something? Just-
All right, and you're going to go approach the sound. All right, so we're going to take just a quick break for bathroom stuff. So we'll be right back after these words from not our sponsor. All right. Now we're back with more role playing.
Yay!
And apparently nobody watching.
Time to drink some water
I'm watching.
to counteract all
We're
the
all
caffeine.
watching
We're all secretly watching.
and judging.
Yes.
Everything is judging.
Hey, you're at tier 3. How'd you get the Mercy Wing?
I don't know. It just was in my things.
Those are cool.
And I was like, I can now have wings.
Yeah, you got a founder badge. Yay! Don't forget, there's still plenty of time to get your founder badges here at Dork Tales.
What is that?
So if you're
Okay.
if you're the first 100 subscribers, I think, or first 50, you gain a founder badge saying you supported the channel and helped it grow.
Oh.
So when this channel has thousands of viewers, you can just be like,
I'm
That was
OG.
good from the beginning.
OG stats.
Ooh.
OG Mike?
You're so
Did you
cute.
just throw money at me?
I threw bits.
I still don't understand
I
this.
don't entirely either, but it gave me cute emotes.
That's fair.
Cute
This is
emojis
funny.
all over.
All right, so let's jump right back in. So you watch Jeffrey walk off into the distance, the darkness slowly swallowing him up as the fog still holds low to the ground. Not really hiding your vision, but definitely making it a bit more difficult. And in the distance, you can hear the sound of people chattering.
I want to kind of stealth up so I can see what they're doing.
All right, that sounds
Pull
good.
back so that
Stealth,
I don't
stealth.
end up wrecking their stealthing.
All right, you two are going to stealth up.
Yep.
Yeah. 27.
Now, here's the question: are you coming up along the road, or are you going through like the wooded areas?
Road. I don't trust
The road.
All right.
So,
What'd you get?
27.
27.
23.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
As the two of you slowly work your way around or down the road, you can see that there's some light just off of it in a clearing of wood. You can see that there's quite a few people sitting around a large fire. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can easily see that there are 6 people.
More
Sit-
masculine looking?
Actually, a mix. Most of them look human, though. One of them is playing drums.
Any, like, obviously heavily armed people?
Oh, yes, they are very heavily armed from the looks of it. One of them. So, give me perception rolls.
You got it.
No. 17.
That's gonna be a 15 for me.
Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple of things real quick. So that is human, human, human. And let's count down the lists. Titus, you are a... 2, 3, 4. Okay, what'd you get?
15.
17.
So both of you glancing in, you can see that there is there are quite a few people, like sitting around. Like I said, 6 people sitting around the campfire. One of them, a man with a big floppy, one would say pirate hat, with a giant peacock plume coming out of it. is standing there rocking back and forth to the music. He has a sword that's as thick around as your waist. Like, it is about a foot thick, this blade, and about 2 feet long. He's got it across his lap and just is rocking back. You can see he has a bandolier of throwing knives across both of his pecs, crisscrossing his chest in an X shape. A number of scars dancing along his cheeks. Across from him is a half-orc. In the light, you can see that she has a long scar that leads from the corner of her mouth all the way up to the corner of her eye, that's been stitched up and healed over time from a deep, deep cut. But it gives this perspective like she's always
Smirking.
and she herself has a great axe leaning against her back, and has several hatchets laying next to her that she's slowly sharpening as she listens to the music. A half-elf is sitting in plain view, and he's the one that's playing the drums. On his back, you can see that he has a very large crossbow. Strange, actually. As you look at it, it's a crossbow with a box built into the bottom, and a crank on the side.
There.
I got the Mars expression.
There.
And there are 3 other people, but from the angle you can't quite make them out, but you can tell that they're armed. Mostly swords, a couple of other bows laying around, and there are 3 tents put up.
So it looks just kind of like a band of mercenaries.
Yeah.
But the hat.
I mean, I say pirate hat as just like a generic, but like...
Yeah, but it's a very big, flouncy hat.
Yeah, you don't know anybody who wears those.
No, of course not.
Of course not.
I wonder if Farah would want it.
Not there.
Do you want to try to get closer in case the other people have? You'll have to like walk through the woods to get to them.
Do I think I can walk through the woods without making a lot of noise?
You think you can probably make it, yeah. Go ahead, both of you, or if you're going in, make me a perception roll.
And how dark is it in the woods there?
You have dark vision. It's a little misty, but make me perception rolls as you go.
11.
16.
Okay, so
Mars does something dumb.
I do.
so you'll hear this from the center.
As far as we know, do something dumb.
All right, drink up. It's your turn now.
I also have a brawling tankard. It is 6
Ah.
damage.
You can see them drinking in the center of the table, chatting and having a good time. And you take a few steps. You stealth around to trees, crouching, waiting for shadowy patches, waiting for the moon to be obscured by a bit of fog so that they can't see you. Practicing that innate Gloomstalker gait. That moving between the heartbeats. Mars, you as well move through incredibly quietly. Your eyes on the prize, you step between twigs, you dance between patches of shadow. What you don't do, however, is see the fishing line.
Yep.
And as you take a step, you will hear the sound of hollow bones slapping against a tree branch.
Bones.
Rattle, 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 rattle. And suddenly, all of them will stop talking and stand up. Who goes there? Who's there?
Hello?
The man who was playing the drums pulls the crossbow off of his back and just aims it in the direction of your voice. Who goes there? One of the other men says.
I'm lost. I've gotten lost in these woods, inside the dark.
Step into the light.
Thank you. She'll walk out.
Vela's tits, this one has horns. By the way, back on the road, back a ways, make me perception rolls.
Sure.
Do you hear blasphemy?
Well, I rolled a 4.
Do you feel blasphemy?
10. Was it 10?
23.
So you will hear the swear.
Yeah.
And all three of us, including Farah, will hear that trouble has begun. That something has happened.
I will try and get closer without being too noisy. On
Okay,
the road.
with disadvantage, please.
I know.
Okay. Wait, where are you going?
Nice.
What do you get?
I actually did okay.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's stealth on here?
So Farah got a 12.
Okay.
What'd you get?
13.
Okay.
No.
Are you trying to... Is that on stealth?
Yep.
Okay. I will roll my stealth.
Unless you're not
Yeah,
stealthing.
we have
I will
that
attempt to
easy
stealth. No. I have a +1. But I mean, hopefully one of these dice will give me a better roll. 12.
12? Alright, so all of you got above a 10.
Yay.
So you'll move closer to the point where you can kind of see the campfire. And so as you step out of light,
What's going on a bit?
they'll take a good look at you. Is this one a tiefling? I ain't never seen a tiefling up close before.
Oh yeah, we're really cool.
Turn around.
Okay.
Fuck me, she's got a tail.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
That's kind of hot. You're weird. You're a weird man, the half-orc says.
They're
You
the
are-
best.
And
They're
you're
the
a weird
best.
whatever you are,
Thank
she
you.
says.
Thank you.
Actually, you kind of sound... You're a weird one too, whatever you are. That strange distortion from her pulled, tight lip.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Ava. Have some fun, the first one says.
Ava.
He's a tall human with a short, buzzed head, large ropey muscles basically starting at his jaw and moving down. Like he's got a triangularly shaped neck.
Cardassian neck?
Basic, like bodybuilder neck, yeah.
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
Okay. Yeah.
Bodybuilder, cool. Huh. Wow. I like it. Come on, grab a seat.
Cool.
How'd you get lost in the woods?
Um,
My name's Tamaz.
Tamaz, I'm Mars.
Enchanté. And he'll hold out a hand to you.
I'll hold out my tankard. You got Drake?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. And he'll grab that and bring it over to a keg that's in the distance and fill your mug with it and hand it back to you.
Cool.
Hey, Cassidy, we've got people.
Cassidy.
And
Cassidy. Mars. Okay.
one of the tents will flap aside,
Mhm.
and a tall woman in her 30s with raven black hair, tied. It's kind of it cascades down her shoulders. She's quite fetching, but has a number of cuts, and some of them recent, some of them scarred in her cheeks, including a couple that just bisect her lips slightly, which are aside from that marring, a beautiful plum shade, very full. And this is a very attractive woman. Will come out and wearing leather armor that's studded with a number of different plumages and colors, and make me a perception roll.
Does she have great big eyes?
12.
She has very large blue eyes, yes, and actually she seems fairly flat-chested,
What?
if that's what you're looking for.
Well, I was gonna say, like, does she have any resemblance to the self-portrait picture that we had from earlier?
I mean, it was drawn by like a 10-year-old.
Yeah,
or,
but like dark hair or anything.
They
like
they
that.
both had dark hair, yes.
Huh.
She'll step out and give you a once-over. Tiefling.
Cassandra?
She'll squint and look at you. He just said Cassidy. So
Oh.
you're deaf too?
No, sorry, you look like someone that I haven't seen in a long time.
Well, I can guarantee I ain't never seen you before.
No.
Great. Now we're picking up strays, Tamaz. Hey, she just walked in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Pull up a seat on the log and bring your friends into the clearing, too. I can see the three of you.
Oof.
She glances
I
back.
will calmly walk in and be like, hey, I
How did you not see them? You can see in the dark, Titus.
didn't want to make anybody too nervous.
I thought I saw something over there. And he kind of gestures toward your direction. There's nothing over there.
I will just appear into the light.
You're going to?
Yep.
And,
I told you! I told you! He's right there!
and to be fair, just a little ways down that way on the trail, we were attacked by some sort of deadly mist. I was scouting ahead.
Yeah, the vampire mist, she'll say.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, that's what.
What?
I mean, that's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
I
done.
told you that.
They're vampires, or they were vampires that kind of lost their
So there's,
crackers.
Permanently in.
They don't like wind.
Doesn't seem-
It's hilarious.
Why, did you fart really hard?
I'm really, really tempted.
To fart?
No, just go gust of wind.
I wouldn't waste the spell slot, but
No.
she'll stare you down for a moment.
Something like that. It was really impressive.
All right. Well, while I'm basing a lot of things off of race, drink.
Duh.
All right, pull up a seat. Let's be all friendly like. My name's Cassidy 9 Lives, and this is my crew. What brings you to Falenmoore?
9 lives. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
I told.
That's the group of hunters we were looking
I
for.
know. I mean, without having even checked my notes.
Yeah.
That's the impressive part.
Or we're drinking the beer.
So,
Did you just say that? What? Did you actually say that?
Was that in character or out of character? Wonder?
I'll say it's out of character.
Okay.
Okay. Because that would make a huge difference.
So-
That goes down.
So
You can see I'm drinking beer though.
Yeah.
what was the town name?
which one?
The one with the beer that hired them.
Draco.
The one that
yeah.
hired them.
Where the brewery is.
Oh, sorry. The one with the brewery was Tumblewood.
Hunters Tumblewood hired?
Yeah, that's us. She'll say.
Cool, they thought you were dead.
Yeah.
No, we just got pulled a little further into Fallon more than we would have liked. But it's not been without its rewards.
No?
Well, we found this lovely cask. And she'll grab a couple of tankards and fill them up. Hand them over to
Does
you.
it have a sign stamped on it?
Yes, it
Written
does.
into it?
Yeah.
What is it?
It is a blue dragon's head.
Oh,
A smiling
boy.
blue dragon.
Huh.
In profile.
That's funny.
It's really good.
Where'd you find that? Was it the only one?
Found it in a den of wolves.
Of course. Okay.
Along with this. And she'll lean into her tent and pull out a magnificent wolf skin.
Oh, wait a second.
Nice.
Did you get them all?
Just the one.
There was just one.
There'll be more. And
But-
we'll take them out.
Are they?
That's huge.
And was this the only cask?
The only cask that we found in the wolf den?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
You can make me an insight roll.
I'm sure I'm going to do that.
Can I do it too?
You're shitting me.
19.
Oh,
18.
16.
18.
You don't believe her.
Nah.
You don't believe her for a second.
Hmm.
But at the same point, she does look dangerous. So whether or not you want to question it verbally is up to you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course it was. Here, let's go back a second. Ask the question again. I rolled double threes on my rolls, so
This was the only one you found?
yeah. Of course it was the only one.
Okay.
You seem to know a lot about this beer.
Heard it had gone missing.
Yeah.
Gone missing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Something about werewolves.
Ah, well. There's no werewolves in Falenmoore, just a bunch of dire wolves.
Oh.
Big, bloody brutes. But
Cool.
they eat well.
Mm-hmm. So then you eat well.
We do, actually. And she'll gesture to a large haunch of meat that's on the pit right now. If you want some food, go ahead and dig in.
I will just half the beer and I'm good here.
It is actually a really delicious beer if you're drinking it. It's very.
I'm going to. There's no other option at this point.
It's like malted. It's like malted maple.
I might as well try it.
That's great.
But it kind of burns a little at the same time. It's got like a cinnamony
Mm.
undertone. Yeah. But not
Nice.
too much. It doesn't ruin the flavor.
Mars will be like,
Well made.
only if you're sure I can. Like, I've never tried wolf before. I'll just try a piece. Is it stringy?
Do you use your spoon?
My spoon?
No!
Your rune spoon.
Oh no!
Ah!
Here, hand me a Kleenex or tissue.
Oh,
It got coffeed.
I dropped my die in my coffee. Just throw it at me.
Yeet.
Oh,
Yeet.
Alright, hold on.
yeet!
Oh my god.
Watch it bounce back in.
Nah, I live in the coffee. Alright, coming back to you.
Jesus!
Meh.
Yeah, it's a good thing that was empty.
It's fine.
Everything is fine.
Nothing is wrong.
Tastes a little dicey.
problematic. Eh.
Alright, so.
I'm leaning up against the tree.
Winter, can you do me a favor? Can you make me a perception roll?
Probably not, but we'll see. I like to believe in myself. 5.
This is good. A little peppery. What's wrong? Too strong for you?
Ah, just a lot of pepper.
The man with the hat leans in. Is it too strong?
No, there's a lot of pepper.
Yeah, it had a bad taste to it, so we had to cure it in a bunch of pepper and a bit of salt.
Bad taste.
It's too gamey. It's the wolves here. They eat all sorts of things that they shouldn't eat, including people.
Is there more that hasn't been cured? That you haven't gone to yet?
Yeah, well, we've got it in a barrel over there doing some salt curing.
Can I take a look? Just to smell? Because you might be onto something.
Might be on.
Yeah.
You might be on something.
Probably. Aren't we all?
Am I? Is any of us closer to the barrel or?
There's a barrel just around way with the lid hammered on. What are you doing?
What's the moon look like?
Yeah.
It's nearing full.
Hmm.
It's that phase where you're not sure if it counts as full or not.
Can I perception or insight these lot?
Yeah.
Because her name's making me think, well, what if it's not werewolves, but like wear something else?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, 9 lives, cats.
Yeah, that's fair.
thing,
That's
you know?
fair.
And this one's kind of going.
Yeah, he just looks like he had a stroke at one point, to be honest. Like he's a man in his 60s who kind of looks like Smee from Hook.
So 21 to perception. Do I need to do insight?
What I will say is that looking around the group, you can see that he's paying a keen interest in your tiefling.
Yeah, well, yeah, you want to see inside the barrel? I'll show you. I brined it myself up there. I'm salt curing it. I salt cured it myself. What'd you say your name was?
Mars.
I'm Barclay. They call me Mad Hat. Because I've got a hat
I see that.
and I'm a little mad.
I see that.
Yeah, where's Farah?
Farah is just kind of hanging. Oh yeah, Farah would come in with you. Well, I always forget that Farah is there because she's so quiet.
You did include her in the 3 earlier, though.
Yeah.
I did.
Is she just hanging up against the tree with me?
Yeah, she's got her hood up.
That's fair.
Or her hat up. She's got her hat kind of tipped. Yeah, come on, I'll show you. And he leads her over to the barrel and pops it open. Go ahead and make me another perception roll, Winter. You glancing around. Are you going over to look as well? Okay. You can make me a perception roll as well. Winter, you can do so with advantage. You, looking around,
11.
you're thinking no.
17.
You're thinking that these people, they don't look like mercenaries. The tattoos, the cuts, the brands, They look like mercenaries who are enjoying themselves. But there is one thing that catches your eye that's kind of strange. And that's on Cassidy herself. Her right hand is very, very tightly wrapped in gauze. All the way up to the elbow. She has almost like she suffered like a burn or a deep wound, but it's all over, pretty much from the elbow down, wrapped very tightly. And as you're nearby, you can detect a slight scent near her. It smells like death. It smells like the triage unit inside of a medical tent. It smells like soldiers dying on Dog Run Bridge.
Is that from the wolf?
This?
Yeah.
No, this is from a while ago.
Mind me asking what happened?
And she'll grab an edge of the gauze and start to unwrap it. Meanwhile, over at the barrel, you will you'll glance inside, and both of you will look down and see that there's a bunch of meat and bone, and it doesn't look like wolf.
No.
It looks a lot closer to pig.
Or
Oh.
possibly human?
That's what you would reckon to guess.
Right.
But it's been mutilated to the point where it's kind of hard to tell. Actually, hold on one sec. It's good work, isn't it? I do all the butchering myself.
Do I happen to know what happens if you kill a werewolf and then try and eat
You
it?
can make me a
That'd be nature.
no,
or
they're
I think you were using religion.
it's gonna be religion.
religion.
Sorry, Druid. You can do
Druid
it.
of the moon that deals with moon stuff. Oh, not. I rolled a 2.
You can reroll. You can roll with advantage.
That's a 5.
Okay.
That 6 with the +1 from religion.
6. Well, that means you. Yeah, no. So, glancing down, you can even with nature, I don't think that would be a success.
No.
So you're like, okay, I'm not exactly
Yeah,
sure
you
what's
pick
going
one.
on here, but that's weird. Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like wolf meat must be strange because it bloated up when I salted it.
Is that the same meat that you had cooking out there?
Yeah. I mean, some of it's venison. There was some deer that were running through here. And as you run your tongue along your mouth, Mars, you're like, you find a little bit of flesh that you had just eaten stuck between your teeth, and you'll liberate it with your tongue. And that second chew over releases a bit of flavor that you're like, I've had this recently. Meanwhile, over by the tree line, you and Farrah are kind of just hanging out. And
Just had a taste for human flesh.
one of the guys will turn and look over you. This man is just kind of quite scrawny and, well, let's say more swimmer lithe. And has a large sword at both of his hips. What about you two? You going to join us by the fire?
Oh, just watching.
Yeah, I'm watching you too. You're very heavily armed.
So are you?
Yes, but this is my fire. You should join us. And keep your hands where we can see them. Because you haven't even given us your names. Let me rephrase. Give me your fucking name. Or else I'll take your guts.
And which one is this?
This is the scrawny...
Scrawny, like, human?
Yeah, you'd say he's probably about 40, 45. Has a very square face. Deep blue eyes sunken into his head.
Can I hear this happening behind me?
You can, but I'm going to come back to you. So...
Because I'll be watching that, but if I hear this behind me, I'm going to throw over my shoulder, Zeno, don't start a fucking fight.
I'm not gonna start a fight.
Well, just come sit down then. And then look back.
She's unwrapped her arm when you look back, and you can see that the skin from her fingertips up has started to turn black, and it's these patches of necrotic flesh that slowly is creeping up. You can actually see that the hand is still functional, but it's just stained black, like a fungal infection, like ink coursing through her veins, and you can actually see the veins of her arm, black streaks leading up past where the infection is.
Insight?
Yes, sure.
20.
It looks like some type of curse, a particularly potent one. Yeah.
When did you get that? Looks like a curse.
I've
What'd
had
you
it.
touch?
The wrong goddess.
No shit. Which one? Nern?
Next one to the left. And she'll start wrapping her hand up
This
again.
one to the left.
The carrion queen. I'm guessing that where you're from, you don't have the bane.
Do we? No. Didn't really hear about the Carrion Queen till coming up here.
She sticks to her domains. It's a slow, creeping malady. I've had it for most of my life.
That sucks.
It has its perks.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Like?
Well, I wasn't born with the last name 9 Lives.
Cool.
Yeah, that was one she earned, someone shouts across the circle.
Are you gonna sit down?
I'm sorry. Are you going to sit down? No, that wasn't it. He was German. Are you going to sit down or what?
Yeah, sure. I'm Zeno, by the way.
That's not so hard. I'm Jimmy. Jimmy Skarsgård.
Skarsgård?
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
Do you drink?
I'll take some.
Hey, pass one over. To my new friend, Zeno. See? Now we're friends. We drink together. Maybe we fight together. Cheers.
Drink the beer.
It's really good. You should have seen the look on your face. What about you? Goldilocks. Come, sit down. Fine. She'll sit down next to you. Yeah, beer for her too. Yummy.
It was good beer.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck up, aren't you?
Well,
Sorry. Yummy.
yeah.
Is that better? Much better. Back over at you, down at the barrels, you're like, oh. Honestly, with this much salt and pepper on it, it'd be really hard to tell while it was being cooked what this was. And if...
Does he seem all that bright? Like, does he genuinely seem to think this is like wolf meat?
You can make me an insight roll.
Let's do an insight roll and see if he's just trying to pull one over on us or if he's still dense. Oh, I rolled a 2.
Or delusional.
Who knows what lurks in the heart of Mad Hat Barclay?
No, who knows?
1.
He's trying to feed you people! Or maybe he's not. It's really hard to tell.
It's delicious.
Maybe he wants to pickle you.
Yeah,
He's
you
very
want to reach in
interested
and grab a bit? The salt probably killed off any of the evil.
Oh, then I shouldn't touch it.
No.
Why?
I just...
You look scrumptious.
Thanks.
think I'll go grab a drink and sit down at the fire.
That sounds like a great idea. You
Thanks for
two
showing us
sweeties
this.
are sweet enough to eat.
Mars, don't get eaten.
Is it gonna eat us?
Time and place.
Yeah.
We're gonna go.
All right, back around the table. She'll wrap her arm back up. And anyway, so who are you and why are you here?
Melia, we were honestly hired to come in after the wolves. They thought you guys were dead.
Make me a deception roll.
Oop.
Oh.
Come on.
8.
8? Oh yeah. Well, we're not. So sorry. I guess the pelt bounties are still.
Well, they
That's
were
fine.
also saying werewolves, but apparently there were no werewolves. Just misinformation, misguided.
Well, I mean, there could be werewolves, just not here.
Have you seen one before?
Hmm.
Or what would you count as a werewolf and not a dire wolf?
I mean, a werewolf would be what, like on 2 legs, right?
Probably.
A man-wolf hybrid, something big and evil.
Do you know what a werewolf looks like?
It
Did
can
I?
be any of the 3 forms. Hybrid, wolf, man.
I mean, they can switch between those. Honestly,
Oh.
wolf man hybrid.
So it's not to say that a dire wolf may not.
So maybe you can be werewolves, huh?
I mean, the moon.
That's so cool.
Ava, are you a werewolf? The half-orc looks up and...
Huh.
Not me. Titus? The drumming elf looks up. Not last time I checked, but you never know.
I'm gonna point up at the moon and be like, what's it doing actually?
Uh,
The full moon?
it is filling out. It will
Okay.
be full. At this rate, you'd say in the next, hour, half hour.
I mean, normally that thing has to be full for it to be real, I think, at least according to the stories, but I don't know how true that is.
Well, then I guess we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome to stay for the beer.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
There's some good places to camp down the way.
Alright. Well, if you don't mind, just in case, we'll stick around for the next hour.
Yeah.
Go camp.
Okay, but if you're werewolves, we'll kill you.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is actually really
That's
cool.
fair.
If you're werewolves, can we kill you?
I don't think we have
Honestly, we're
submission
gonna
in
return
that
the
case.
favor.
I tell you what, if are you okay? Well, then we'll all kill each other.
Werewolf
Okay.
games.
What if we're all werewolves?
Then we'll all just kill each
Then
other.
we'll just keep drinking.
Yeah, that
Wait,
That
none
works
of us
too.
are werewolves?
Then we'll just keep drinking
Sounds good.
until you get out and we can sleep.
That's fair.
Now you're welcome to go and hunt some of these wolves yourself, but I would warn you. We did take the commission first.
No, it's fine.
Are you adventurers?
Yeah.
How much are they going to pay you for the
Obviously.
commission?
We've got 50 gold per hide that we return. A kingly price.
Kingly.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get a little for at least telling them that you guys are still alive.
Maybe so.
We'll see what else we can pick up while
Oh,
we're in
have you
here.
heard of Drachenfest?
You mean that beer festival?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah. Were you thinking of going? I heard it's really good.
Sounds like rain, one of them says.
Really?
The canopy should keep us dry. Yeah, Drachenfest.
Yeah. I kind of want to check it out.
Well, you
I mean,
should.
we
It's a
managed
tourist
this
trap.
sometime.
Yeah, how long does it last?
I don't know. I heard stories from some of the other townspeople that it feels like it lasts weeks because you're just drunk the whole time.
Sounds like a dwarven festival.
That sounds like a wolf.
That sure does sound like a wolf.
I'm gonna turn to the half-elf drummer guy with the crossbow. Where'd you get that crossbow?
This?
Yeah,
Wouldn't you like to know?
I
Yeah.
would really like to know.
Well, my list of locations is unfortunately out of my reach. Crap.
Do you need me to get up?
It's somewhere right over there, Mike. It's the old generic notebook, which I was like, I won't need that tonight. It's the legal pad that doesn't have a spine anymore because it exploded at the end of season 1.
It was a good season.
This one?
No, I think it's up on the side there.
It's one of those Cambridge legal pads that's just like stuffed full of stuff.
Weird. Maybe it's not there.
Thought it was down on the.
Maybe it's underneath that green folder. If you don't find it in the next 10 seconds, though, we're just gonna move on.
Just make something up and add it to your list of locations.
Hold up, I think this is it.
Well, because I've got the actual city this was made in down there. Because they do all sorts of stuff like this. Thank you. It's actually just I just need the first page. So,
okay.
Ooh, look, it exploded.
Yay, exploding!
Like seriously, like this.
Yeah, Tia's gonna be something that's like, whoa, Zeno, keep it in your pants.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I like things that shoot things. It's kind of my thing.
I know.
I like things that smash, so.
I know.
I like to smash.
Mars likes anything that causes trouble.
I said I like to smash.
Yeah, we know you do.
Possibly the taste of human flesh.
Hold on one moment.
It's quite good.
Right, just watch your fingers when she's around.
I got it from MacLeod.
MacLeod.
I think we're fine. All the orcs.
You can do me a favor.
I will do you a favor.
So you can go ahead and just make me a history roll. You'll have advantage on this.
So that history is going to be an 18.
Perfect. So MacLeod is you don't catch it at first what he's saying. You're like MacLeod? That's weird. And then your Elven catches up to you and you're like, wait, he's slurring. He's not, his accent's really bad. He's saying Nick Aladdin. That's Elven. It's a drow city. It literally translates into the city of Evernight. You've heard of this settlement. It's further inland and underground, but it's one of the major drow cities. Not bad, right? It's made out of a material that only grows underground, the roots of a tree. This baby can shoot a bolt every second.
That is fantastic.
It is. I mean, it jams up occasionally, but if you keep the gears oiled, you get a good 30 shots out of it before you have any trouble. And if it takes you 30 shots, well, I mean, you're probably dead.
I want one. I want one really bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, go buy one. MacLeod's not that far away. You know, it's like, what, a league?
Is it remotely near where we're going?
A league is like, what, 1,000 miles?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of offset. It's okay. Let me put it this way: you're headed to Spain, and this is in France, so it's like adjacent.
Is that including the underground depth component? Okay. Just when you say league, my brain automatically goes down first.
To that 20,000 leagues under the earth.
Yeah, basically.
You can buy a repeating crossbow.
It's been a league. Oh, and then, but that doesn't. Tia doesn't understand any of this.
That's fine.
But yeah, that should be a lot. You should go grab one.
If I'm ever out that way, I probably will.
Add it to our list of locations.
That's true. In the meantime, that howling's getting closer.
Yeah. Felt that.
That's slightly concerning.
How's that moon doing?
Looking up, you can see a broad circle above your head.
So.
That's nice and full.
Could be werewolves.
Could be. Wolves hunt by moonlight as well.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go check it out.
Which direction is it coming from?
Make me a perception roll.
I'm gonna make that roll as well.
Everybody can make that
I
roll.
think that's a really good roll to make.
18.
Not
Not 20, baby.
21.
Sounds like a good roll to make. Oh boy, that 9 is not happy. I must.
The drink skin that.
Perception. That's a 15. That dice is retired for the
It's
night.
coming further down the road.
From
For
the way
the-
that we came?
No, from the way that you headed to reach them. So further down into the woods. It's hard to say how far it is, at least a few miles away. Wolf howls are very, very difficult to pinpoint for a reason, but you can definitely hear that it's coming with the wind, which is blowing from a westerly direction.
Do we want to go find a wolf?
Okay.
Zuh?
We were on a time crunch too, though, weren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, you had 3 days.
And time works
However,
differently here.
it's still day 1.
That we can tell?
But time works differently here.
It is true.
Seemingly.
Let's
I mean,
see. I'd rather not get caught up in Revenge of the Wolves.
no.
Well, you're welcome to stay here and wait it out.
Thank you.
I don't want to go see a werewolf.
Of course you want to go see a werewolf.
I do. There's not that many shape changes out there.
I'm assuming Mars wants to probably lay a werewolf.
Like, not gonna say no.
I would if I were you,
Oh my god.
she says across the table. Or across the fire.
Yeah?
Honestly, I'm not finished the beer yet, so.
Oh, there's 3 phases?
Sure, if you're into dog dicks. And she'll cheers at you.
Oh, there's the Dogen.
Mars is into all
Wait, there's the
sorts
Dogen.
of things.
What?
They were dog people.
The clean?
Yeah, sorry, yeah. I mean, dog people.
I don't. Yeah, I know. Perfectly common.
Well,
I knew.
shall we hold up for a little bit, see if that comes closer?
Or why walk for it if it's coming towards us?
That's fair.
Ava, Jimmy, watch the perimeter. They'll sigh and get up and grab their weapons and hang out by the edge of the fire, keeping keen eyes into the darkness. Are any of the rest of you doing anything?
Are there any particularly tall trees running around here?
Everywhere.
Everywhere? Like any that look like they stick out above all the other ones?
No, not particularly.
Oh, they're all kind of the same.
But basically. But I mean, that's useful in a lot of ways.
With the howling, does it sound like one's calling and then others are responding? Or
Yes.
is it. Yeah.
Nice.
Good, clever girl.
Clever girl.
It sounds like there's at least 2 of them.
I kind of want to try to climb a tree.
Okay.
See if I can see anything up from up there.
Sure. You can make me an athletics roll.
I will. 10.
Cool. So you take your time and you'll be able to climb to the top of the tree.
Yay.
It's about 40 feet up. And as you glance down, you'll have your vision kind of... Whoa.
I'm gonna stay seated with my beer, but I'm gonna unholster my Dorman thrower and have it right beside me so I can pick it up really easily.
Okay. So Zeno, you won't be able to see any of these things. You will see that there are a number of bats flying around in the sky, but you'll see there's a bit of smoke coming about a mile toward where those noises are. You can just barely make out the top of a roof.
Looks like there's one roof that I can see.
That you can see a chimney.
Okay.
And you think you can kind of see like a thatched roof. It is quite a ways away, and it's in a clearing up ahead. If there are people there, and there are werewolves,
There's not gonna be people there.
yeah, there's probably not going to be people there for long.
Alright, down I go.
Okay.
Did you see anything?
Yeah, there's a house about a mile up.
Ooh.
Right where the howling's coming from. If there's people there probably won't be for long.
Did you folks see any people in the place he's talking about? Did you go by there?
Yeah, there's a husband and wife that live up the road. Millers or something. What were their names again? The Mathers? Yeah, I think that's what they are. Oh, the Durwoods. Oh, yeah, that's right, the Durwoods. Mathers is the husband's name, right? Yeah. We bought some of the salt off him, actually.
We should probably go make sure they're okay.
Yeah. Okay. MacLeod?
Sure.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Farah?
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's probably best we go.
Once we're out of any form of earshot, I'm gonna turn to them like, they have all the fucking beer that we are here to get.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
They do.
it's gonna take them a bit to transport it.
I don't think they're meaning to transport it.
I think they're gonna drink it all?
Yeah.
There's like 12
It's-
kegs.
It's the award-winning beer, or they'll sell it themselves and make some dough.
Yeah, but they'd have to transport it somewhere first.
Either way, I think we should probably go see if we have some people getting eaten by werewolves.
Yeah.
And then we'll take care of the beer, which we'll need to figure out how to take care of the beer.
I mean, we're also in Falenmoore.
This is true.
They probably already know about werewolves.
Yeah.
They
This is
live
true.
here.
This is true.
This is apparently where the wolves live.
Or
We
they
should
are
probably
the
double
wolves.
step it.
Or they are the wolves.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I don't know. I'm completely out of my depth here. I don't know what to do here.
We save people.
Yeah.
That's what we do, right?
yeah.
Big heroes.
Yep. We're the best people there are.
We're suckers is what we are.
Yep.
That
Basically.
too.
I'm okay with being a sucker. It's better than being an asshole.
Which I'm kind of that too sometimes.
You're a bigger sucker.
This is true.
And she'll smile and walk past you.
Alright, let's go.
All right. Baby girl's growing up.
Let's hope we can find him afterwards again.
Yeah. I mean, I may be able to track them down after.
All right.
I've been near them, so.
So,
Magic.
as you double step it, you'll make your way pretty quickly down the road. The road, of course, leads right to where this cottage is. And let me just flip to something real quick. Which book am I in? That's Volos. I don't need Volos. I need a monster manual. Ugh. Oh no! I'm moving my camera. It's probably fine. Let's find out. Let me go back to...
We will find out.
It is fine.
I'm fine. I'm so fine I blew my mind.
Woo! Yeah, baby, yeah.
Yeah, mind blown. Mind free. Nope, those are drow. That's a flump.
Ooh, we like flumps.
Yeah, you made friends. You need to go to the ethereal plane sometime.
Flump.
This is fair.
To find that flump.
Flump. Flump. You know,
I think depending on your accent.
Eyes floop.
I don't think they'll mind either way.
Probably not.
There we go.
Oh.
So, as you move forward, you'll, within about 5 minutes of hustling, find yourself at the edge of a clearing with a small cottage. You can see that there's a patch of wood that's been cleared away, a small vegetable garden out back, and in the distance you can make out another building that looks like a mill of some kind. Do you approach? Okay.
Mhm.
Is anyone doing anything looking around? Or
Do you still hear the howling?
you do. It's echoing around you now.
I want to kind of check around first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stealth check?
All right. Stealth check.
That's gonna be 25.
25? Alright.
Yes.
You will stealthily vanish from everyone's vision.
Yay!
Cool. Ooh, that's a good question, actually.
The rain comes down in a very slow mist. Everything's mist here.
I got 12 for a perception.
From where you're standing, you can see that the fire is still going inside of the building. The front door is wide open. What are the two of you doing?
I'm looking around to see. Well, if the door is open.
Well, did you do a perception roll to see, or?
I have not yet.
Because that's what I
was
just gave Winter.
Yeah. Not great.
You glance around rapidly, hearing the sound of wolf howls echo. Well, actually not echo, but kind of chime all around this clearing.
14.
23 to keep eyes behind and on the area around us instead of the house.
Okay.
Don't give a shit about that. I don't want to get.
So
baited
glancing
by that.
around, what you'll see is what Farah sees. She's going to crouch down and touch the ground. Wolf tracks. Big ones. Looking around and listening, you can hear that the sounds of the howling are... Wolf howls don't echo.
No.
They call. They're calling back and forth.
Yeah. And it seems like the wolves are looking for something in a spiraling area.
2.
Probably those guys.
Good chance. I mean, they did kill a
One of
large
theirs.
wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's 2 of them?
You think so? That you're pretty sure there's only 2 of them, Christine, with that roll. Now, both of you will notice that the front door of the hut is open.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Inside, you can see that the place has been pretty thoroughly ransacked. The table's been flipped. There are a pair of beds that are
Ripped to shreds?
very ripped. One large one and one small one.
Blood?
No blood to speak of, but you will see tufts of hair.
I pick up some of the hair.
It's coarse, like dog hair. Wolf hair?
So it doesn't look like there's been like a struggle in here?
It looks like somebody tossed the place. Or maybe wild animals got in and tore it apart.
So, wolves maybe, or
Maybe, yeah.
perhaps the
Or-
couple is the werewolves.
Yeah, and then tore the place apart to get out.
Is there any like pictures on the walls or anything?
No, there are no pictures on the walls because we're pre-photo.
Okay.
Yeah. But I will say that as you look around, there's a doll on the ground.
So,
Is it chewed up?
It is well worn. Bits of stuffing have come out of it. This doll is very faded and old. You'd say that it's a child's toy from someone who's well into their teenage years.
Right. Okay. Cause
Is it damp?
why
Do you touch it?
Yeah.
A little.
the door's open? Like, just
Actually, yeah, a little damp. I will say it's a little damp.
family of werewolves, maybe, and maybe they killed and ate one of them. But which one? Could be wrong, but
Okay, so what's the game plan here? Farah looks over at you from where we're standing outside of the hut.
Well, it sounds like they're looking for them.
Okay.
Shall we head back?
I guess so.
Like, what's people's thoughts on this?
No.
Do I find anything while I'm like going around?
Are you
the-
looking around? What are you doing?
I was stealthing around like the perimeter of the clearing.
Okay, so what are you looking for?
Any traces of coming and going?
Give me a survival roll.
That's a nat 1.
All right.
That's a tree.
So as you wander around, okay.
Super stealthy, but I can't see anything.
Around the corner. Cool. What's your armor class?
15.
All right. That sounds great. All right. You will look around and you'll see there's a print. You crouch down and check, and it's a wolf print, but stretched out, almost this big.
Ooh, that's a big print.
You wouldn't want to meet whatever made this. And then you'll hear a snarl and a flash of fur. And you're going to take 5 points of damage as a claw rakes against your ribs and something darts across the clearing and vanishes into the brush.
How does this work?
All right, can I get initiative off of everybody?
Yeah,
Yup.
sounds like a great plan.
Oh my god.
10.
9. It's a 9.
16.
Okay, so 1 sec. I'm just gonna start doing this the easy way.
Okay.
Above 16. Okay. Above 15. Okay. Above 10.
14.
Okay. What'd you two get?
9.
10.
Okay, so Mars. I love how inconsistent my initiative is, because it goes Mike, Farah, Malia, Mars, Amy.
It's just
Who's the most in character in my eyes right now? Oh, no. So around you, you will hear the sound of a snarl in the nearby brush, and a howl in the distance. Another howl echoes from within 30 feet of you.
Christine, did you shared the fact that they can like shift in between their forms basically at will, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
As far as she knows.
As far as okay. Oh.
All right. So top of the initiative is me.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Double oof.
All right. So.
And I'm still out in the open in the clearing. I haven't gone into the place.
Yep,
yet.
and Mike is invisible when he's stealthing, so you wouldn't have been able to see him. So this is one attack, this is the other attack. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so Mike.
Yes.
Sorry about this, bro.
That's okay. It's part of the fun.
So if I could roll better, that'd be probably good. 8. As you turn, the blood starting to drip down the spot on your neck where that first hit came from. You turn toward where you heard the brush rustle. And then suddenly, from behind you, another blur of motion. You try to dodge, but 2 slashes crisscross your frame, dealing you a total of 17 points of damage.
Oof.
And then it's gone again.
Woof. No.
These things are quick. It's your turn.
Oof.
Okay. I'm just gonna 'cause I'm probably fairly close to the clearing because I was staying right around the edge.
Back into the clearing, honestly. 'Cause at least you see it coming.
That's true.
Yeah, so I'm gonna step into the clearing, and I'm going to shout out that I found one, and do I?
So he's moving, or are you disengaging? And it's like you backing 5 feet, or are you just running into the clearing?
I'm backing. I'm disengaging.
So you're only moving 5 feet.
I'm backing up.
Okay.
Disengage and then move.
Yes, you can spend your action to disengage and then move if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, because I want to just move out into the
Okay,
clearing.
so you're moving out of my space. Good.
Okay, yeah, so
Good.
I want to move out into the clearing. And I'm going to yell out that I found one, and I'm going to turn to where I think it is,
Mhm.
and just yell stop.
Okay. Sounds good.
Stop. We're not here to hurt you.
All right. Farah is going to run up next to you and ready in action to magic missile the first thing that comes out of the clearing, or into the clearing. Malia, what do you do?
I'm gonna just back into the space. So that kind of my back maybe to the house at least. And you know what? I will call my spiritual weapon so it's on me. I'm not going to cast it anything yet, but it'll be up.
All right. Sounds good. Mars, you're inside of the house right now when you hear that howling and the snarling. What do you do?
I'll go to the door that's been open and then I'll call out which direction.
You can see Zeno like backing away from the clearing on the right.
And you probably just heard me yell, stop, we aren't here to hurt you.
Oh. Oh, you just said stop.
No, I said stop, we're not here to hurt you.
Okay. But I still ready a
Mhm.
bow just in case.
Malia, do me a favor, make me a knowledge religion roll, or a religion roll.
22.
22. I will pass you a note real quick.
Because like Zeno's thought behind it was, I mean, if they can shift, they might be able to, still understand it.
Who knows?
So I figured, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, why not?
Try the diplomatic route first. Because if we can get point the werewolves to the people who actually killed them, then we can deal with all of them together.
That's the one part of the legend you definitely know.
Zeno, that's not going to work.
Mars, what do you do? Glancing out, you ready?
Yeah, it's just ready in action.
You ready your action?
Yeah, so I was like, I pulled back on the bow, but I was waiting in case if he got attacked, I was going to send it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amy.
So I'm gonna do something probably pretty dumb. I'm gonna step out, try and see where they are, and cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
It may not make any difference at all, but I gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration of 10 minutes.
All right. Sounds good.
Knowledge awareness of many people, blah blah blah.
Which, actually, my spiritual weapon spell is a bonus action.
Mhm.
Can I ready to throw it and my hammer at something?
Yeah.
If they come out?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Or throw just it, I think it's...
So I guess I'll cast that and go, not here to hurt you, not threat.
All right. So let's see. So you are pretty close to the edge of the clearing.
No, I thought I was in the middle of the clearing.
You're in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
You're in the middle. You're toward the middle. So basically, you're all near the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, I was trying to make sure I was as centered as possible so that I could see shit coming at me.
So the clearing is
Nothing
30
behind it.
is a 30-foot radius on all sides.
Okay.
So that means that I have disadvantage on this. All right. So you have a giant weapon out. Malia, this is going to hit you.
Okay. I get through my 18 armor class.
I rolled an 18 before I do anything.
Yikes.
So you're going to take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
As you're readying your action, whipping your hammer around, you will see a glint off of the moonlight right in the corner of your eye as a spear is hurled from the brush and is going to just deflect off your armor, raking your ribs for 5 points of damage. Spinning around, you can just barely see something moving to disengage because you had a ready to action. Let me see if I can get away in time. Make me a perception roll.
24.
Yeah, I had 23.
Nice.
So you can get an attack off, and so can Farah if she sees, and Mars make me a roll. Farah doesn't.
For perception?
Yep, for perception.
Nah.
Nah? Okay. Well, actually, hold on. Hold that thought for 1 second.
Okay.
20 to hit.
20 to hit hits. That is also going to interrupt my disengage. So now you can see something. Or my reflexive hide. So you may make an attack roll as well. Out of the corner of your eye, you see that a spear hurls from the brush, and a large, hulking creature made of wolf flesh and rippling muscle moves to go back into the brush, but before it can, a hammer surges around from the side and cranks it in the chest for...
14 damage, and this is my dwarven thrower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, because I'd also ready to spiritual weapon, but...
So dwarven thrower, and that is...
To the hit roll?
What are you attacking with?
Alright. Slams it in the side of the chest, knocking it into the clearing, which means that the two of us can also make an attack.
7.
It could be worse. 8.
Roll the 6 plus 7.
Alright, the 6 plus...
7.
To hit.
Do you still have your advantage? You still have inspiration, don't you?
Oh yeah, inspiration.
Yeah, if you want to spend that.
If you want to spend it.
Yeah, might as well.
I mean, I think you should.
No!
That was a...
1.
Oh boy, no.
So no, I'm going
Do you have 2 attacks per round yet, or just 1?
I mean, she just got 1.
I can have a bonus attack, which is the uncanny action, but that has to be a dash, disengage, or...
Oh, okay. Alright, so you'll fire an arrow into the brush. Farah will call out Magic Missile and will impact this creature twice in the chest. And with that, we will go to the beginning of a new round. Your arrow sails by. This creature is out into the edge of the clearing and is in plain sight. A hulking werewolf of almost 8 feet with slavering jaws, dripping foam down its furred mandibles.
Guess it isn't wanting to talk.
Does it look like the same fur pelt type
Yes.
that she had?
Yep, same color.
Okay.
A brill, like a shiny black, like almost a sable. Okay, so that is going to suck. I was going to double around, and a shape is going to dash out of the clearing, and let's see, 5 of you are visible. So, Mike, it's going for you, buddy.
Okay, hit it.
Okay,
Or hit me.
I'm going to. Okay, so that is a 14. Is a miss.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna say that is that though.
Is that a 20?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a nat.
Ooh. Hit me, baby, one more time.
8, 12.
Folklore?
Or folklore. What's your
Okay. So Mike, one of that thing that scratched you earlier rushes in, barreling toward you on all fours. This thing is as large as a warhorse, and it comes up toward you. It lashes out with its claw, which would take your head off at the neck. You reflexively dodge against it, pulling away. But it's fast. It buries its other claws in the ground and comes up and catches you in the chest with its mighty jaws, biting and ripping off 12 points of your health.
Oh, that's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
See?
So that's going to drop me down to this amount.
Cool. Do me a favor. Make me a Constitution save.
You got it. That's going to be 22.
22. All right. Your turn.
I'm gonna. So it's like
It's in front of you.
it's like right there. So I'm gonna take a 5-foot step and I'm gonna see if I can put 3 silver arrows into it.
Okay.
Just
All right.
you
5
know
foot
what?
step.
It's not. It doesn't want to talk.
All right. Do it.
Wow. Okay. So we have a 21,
Okay, that's a hit.
a 20,
That's a hit.
and a nat 1.
Okay, so let's roll the damage on the first ones.
Okay, let's do it. Do. 4, 5, 10 damage.
10 damage.
Yeah.
All right,
10
so
damage.
your bowstring snaps as you pull back,
Oh no.
and you see a puny little man.
By the way, the one that the people who killed the other one are over there.
All right, she will.
She will.
It sounds like a female voice, by the way. She will.
We found a group of mercenaries who had a pelt, a big wolf pelt over there.
Sounds. Come on, man.
We came here to talk.
It's only 6 seconds, but so Farrah's gonna do what she does best and light up,
That's fair.
and she's going to roll next to you and unleash a gout of flame, which is gonna do 7 points of damage. And put her immediately in harm's way like a genius. Malia,
Like
back
she
to
does.
you.
This
So
one's out in the open.
both are out in the open now.
Okay.
One is fighting with Zeno, and another one that you hit before has stumbled into the clearing from your blow.
Okay. Does it look like really hurt? Does the other one look really hurt?
They look
Which-
a little bloodied.
Rounds that we had.
This is only second round.
This is only
Yeah.
the second round.
Okay.
Yeah, we started after the top again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one you struck looks pissed.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be a hammer and then another hammer to the face. So I'm gonna
Okay.
say that's the spiritual.
Okay, that makes sense.
Nat 20 on my dwarven thrower.
Shit.
Nice.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
And I rolled 13 on the other one, which ends up being
That's gonna be a hit
21
then.
to hit.
If it's a 13 before your stuff, then that'll be a hit.
Would have been so nice if we could have sicked these werewolves on the mercenaries
Yeah.
And then take the beer.
and the
Nice.
weapons.
And the weapons. That pretty
28 damage, please.
28
On
damage.
the one.
automatic.
Let me roll
Oh,
the other
shit.
damage too.
Yeah.
Spiritual weapon is a magical weapon, so.
Another 10 damage. They're both magical weapons.
Okay. Well, damn. Okay. You are going. It's going to snarl at you.
And it's gonna take a hammer to the face and then another hammer to the face.
There's going to be just a gout of blood and teeth that hits the ground. A giant fang just snaps off in half the size of an orc tusk, and the other one comes up, and just a liter of blood is going to spew out of its mouth as you impact with its stomach, and it's going to stumble drunkenly backwards, still on its feet and still angry, but definitely worse for wear and looking with that frightened dog look, like. Fight, flight, fight, flight, fight, flight. You can see the brain switch off behind the eyes. Mars, what do you do?
Not moving from the house.
What's that?
I'm not gonna really move from the house.
You got a nice shelter there.
Yeah.
You gonna try to shoot him?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Make me an attack.
That's a lot better, so 20.
Yep.
Jesus. What did I do last time? I think it was a d6, yeah.
So your bow, is it a short bow?
Yeah.
Short bow is a d6 plus your dexterity.
And
Proficiency?
Uh,
You just.
not to damage.
you can't sneak attack, can you? No?
No, because I'm not
Uh,
flanking.
Yes, and Mally is not within 5 feet.
And I've also made myself aware in this situation.
All right, go ahead and roll.
8.
8 points of damage?
Yeah.
Sounds good. And these are normal arrows, right?
Yeah.
Still.
Wait, no, I got my rape.
Yeah.
My rapier's silver.
Yeah. I also forgot to add any bonuses to my damage.
Oh yeah, because you're
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, what are they?
Uh,
And Hunter's Mark. So calculate it, and I'll be to you in a minute.
What would a dash do exactly?
It allows you to move double, so you would be right up next to it.
Even though I just did an attack to like do that.
Because you can use dash as a bonus action, can't you? As part of your.
Well, you can. It's actually only 30 feet away, so you could shoot it with a bow, or run up and stab it with your dagger,
Yeah, you could.
or your rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is going to be technically your bonus action.
Okay.
So.
I've never tried it with a dash before. I've always done
Technically, you shouldn't be able to do it after shooting a bow, but whatever.
Would you rather not?
No, let's do it. Why not? Let's break the rules.
Yeah.
Just don't expect me to always break the rules for this.
Well, no, I've just never done a dash before like this.
So,
I'm curious.
so you're basically just doing a full move because you don't need to dash.
Okay.
Because dashing takes your bonus action. But
Yeah.
you're using your bonus action to stab.
Yeah.
So technically, you're still not dashing,
Yeah.
but you are very dashing. All right, so go ahead and make me an attack roll. I can hear the dog through 2 doors whining at us.
18.
18 is a hit. Okay, roll me damage. Don't add your dexterity bonus to this because this is your offhand attack, though.
Okay.
So this will be your dagger, I suppose.
I got the rapier. Oh yeah, I guess.
But your dagger is still special, isn't it? Isn't it so
Yeah,
much?
but
Yeah, it's
it's
magical.
also-
It's, yeah,
so plus
it'll
2.
use the dagger.
Yeah, so plus
It's guaranteed damage.
Yeah, so then that's plus 2 to hit, so that I was already hit, so that's also plus 2 for damage.
Yep. Well, it's 1, so plus 2. 3 points of damage.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. So you're gonna rush up to this giant hulking form and jam your dagger into its gut
With deception.
with deception.
Yeah, apparently it has with deception.
It's the dagger of it's a dagger of deception, yeah. All right, so you're going to stab it deeply, and you're going to see the flesh around it kind of char and sizzle as your dagger slashes through. And Amy, we're up with you.
So there's just.
We have an incredibly bloodied one fighting the spiritual weapon and
Yeah,
Mars,
I
and then
love
we
the
have. What's that?
And the other one?
Is the fur is on fire as Farah breathes a cone of flame onto it, but it looks just up and angry.
It would have been an extra 17 damage.
An extra
With
17
the bonuses.
with Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, with Hunter's Mark and with my bases of archery and my other bonuses. So.
Does that so you didn't add your dexterity bonus? Is that what you didn't do, or
I didn't add any of my bonuses. I
because
just,
you only hit twice? Remember?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I
Because Hunter's Mark is already. Can do quite a bit.
yeah.
So is Hunter's Mark included in that 17?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
That's
And-
why.
Disgusting.
And the silver doesn't add any damage.
No.
It just
It
okay.
just means that it works.
Okay, cool.
Braces of archery add how much? Plus 2 on
Plus
each.
2 on each.
Okay, so that's 4, and then Hunter's Mark gave you how much more?
Hunter's Mark gave me 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, and then so that's each hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so but that math seems off then, because if it was
What?
if it was plus 7 on each hit.
Well, it was the 7 plus the plus 2 each plus dex.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you can do 1d6 damage on a target whenever you hit with a weapon.
Weird. So you didn't add your dex to the
Yeah, I
damage.
didn't. I didn't
Okay.
add my dex. I didn't
Yeah.
add.
Alright.
Yeah, I didn't add any of my bonuses. to it.
You punk.
Because if you
Yeah.
if you hit it twice, then you have 1d6 on each from each.
Yeah.
All right,
And then all
Yeah.
those.
Amy, you're up.
I was a skag.
Yeah.
You're
Um,
always a scared.
That's true.
So does that? Are they both still up then? Or
Mhm.
is that okay? Then I'm gonna cast that moonbeam
Okay.
because
So who are you casting it on?
I'm
Number 1 or number 2?
cast it on the. This is gonna do.
The one that's fighting Mike is much more. The one that's fighting Xeno is much more together.
I'm gonna go for that one because I don't want to kill it immediately, and this will force it to do a saving throw at disadvantage. That if it fails, will instantly revert to its original form, and will not be able to assume a different form until it leaves the spell slate.
Okay.
So this just comes down. It just gets cast.
All right. So what do I have to do?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I have a 7.
It does not succeed the 14.
All right, so you cast a sudden. There's a sudden radiance of moonlight that shines down directly in front of you, illuminating the creature in front of you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do 3d10 damage,
Okay,
radiant,
sounds good.
and it's instantly reverting to its original form.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah. I said.
One of those is a D8.
Is that? No, they're D10s.
Oh, okay. It looks like a
Yeah,
D8 from this
yeah.
angle.
Yeah, so that's 2d10 plus I'm casting at level 3, so it's going to be additional 1d10 for each level. Okay, 3d10.
3d10?
Yep. That's only 19.
I mean, that's a pretty good chunk of damage.
Yeah.
19.
19 radiant.
All right, so there will be a sudden burst of moonlight that fills the area in front of you, Zeno, and the snarling beast in front of you will the moonlight will burn away the rest of the fur that wasn't already burned away by Farah's breath, and it will stumble back and start deflating.
And I'm going to yell, stand down!
The body will start shifting down, and it will turn into a plump woman in her early 50s, late 40s, with a rather homely face and a cleft lip. The one at the edge of the clearing is going to snarl in your face and run past you. You may make an attack of opportunity. Mars? Unless you choose not to.
Is it trying to run into the house?
No, it's trying to... Well, you ran up to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but like, is it heading towards the house? Or
It's headed toward that fight.
I'm gonna cast darkness on it.
I don't think... You can't cast a spell as...
No, it's like a reaction.
No, so an attack of opportunity would be a reaction or like an attack.
Like a... Oh, shit!
Yeah, basically, it's trying to move away from you so you get a free hit.
But you guys just got the other one to like calm its tits.
Well, not
no,
calm its
I
tits.
told it to stand down and
Yeah.
I made it.
I would remind you though that you also are like face to face with a giant monster that's trying to move past you. You're probably more focused on it than what's happening across the way.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so go ahead and make me an attack roll.
And this time I'm using my rapier.
Okay,
18.
18 is a hit. Roll me damage. It's time for Johnny is back in the chat.
Ooh,
Hey, Johnny.
welcome back.
What's up? I'm back. All right, give me the damn damage.
8.
8?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, so that it runs and you will slash across its back, drawing your rapier deep into the meat of its lower back, right where the kidney is. And as your silver blade connects, you will see the fur ripple and the flesh go. It sizzles like it's been, like you stabbed it with a hot iron.
Uh-oh.
And let's see, so it is going to charge directly into the two of you, and I need...
Into Farah and I?
Yeah, so I'm going to roll to see who he's attacking. Pick a number between 1 and 2, Mike.
And the number between 1 and 2?
Yeah, you can do it. Hold on. I'll just do these easy. So 1, 2. 1, okay. Farah's armor class is... Not enough!
What is Farah's armor class?
Not 20.
No.
Her armor class is like 13 or 14.
She's a squishy magic type.
She is a squishy magic type.
She's too used
Holy
to having
crap.
bodyguards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this huge creature is going to rush toward you. It's going to shoulder you out of the way from where Farah is on the ground next to you, from where she had to go to get that angle.
Do I get an attack of opportunity if he's coming right past me?
Nope, because he's not leaving your square.
Oh, yeah.
It's threatened only. We keep having to go back over this.
Yes, I keep
because
forgetting.
it's completely different than every other type, right?
Yes.
We are playing D&D. All right, so he rushes past you and slashes out, missing Farah, who dodges out of the way. But you've seen this tactic before, and you know what's happening. And as she rears up, he bites hard into her shoulder, ripping her off her feet, and will hold her in his jaws, his teeth right over her pale throat. and he'll like lock eyes with you. And we are at a new round. The woman in front of you is going to.
Is she starting her turn in the?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So how much damage is that?
uh,
I like that you're like, stop! It's okay!
Well, I mean, I'm telling her to stand down. I'm not saying that we're not still hurting
As
her.
you pour acidic light on top of her.
Basically, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're a dick.
Sorry.
I thought I was an ass.
You're like, start breathing as you waterboard the person.
It's enter spell or first time it starts its turn there and engulf. Yeah, so it's gonna be another 3d10 radiant. I'm sorry.
So wait.
And she needs to do a Constitution saving.
So
throw.
hold on.
So
Repeat
when
that.
they first enter the square,
Yeah.
or when they first, or like when
Does
they.
it say or?
No. Or starts its turn there. When it enters the spell area for the first time, so when the spell is cast, and then, or when it starts its turn there.
Okay.
And then it just stays there for up to a full minute.
Okay.
Or my concentration.
I was like, wait, if it's either or.
No,
Okay.
it's one of those.
It's and. Okay.
Yeah. So it needs to have a Constitution saving throw.
Or else it turns back into a werewolf?
No, it just means it's.
Okay. She has a 6.
Okay. So she's taking
You're gonna kill the damn thing.
25 radiant.
Okay.
Oh wait, that was not a thing. This is the one I meant. 26 or 18, 24.
Alright. She is going to shriek as the moonlight starts burning her down to the red.
She can move now.
Yes, and
What?
she's going to scream and spend her entire action running toward the edge of the wood. That does mean she is leaving your square, Xeno, but you don't have a weapon drawn, so you can try to just like kick her. You can try to like bludgeon her with the side of your bow if you want, or you could let her run, like your call.
So she's still in the human form?
Yeah.
I want to try and trip her.
Okay. So you can go ahead and make me an attack roll.
That's gonna be. Wait, what am I adding to this?
It's a strength.
Strength?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be an 18.
An 18? Alright, so go ahead and is this not lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal. Like, I just want to, like, put her down.
Okay, so what is your strength bonus?
2.
2?
The other wolf didn't run into the light, did it?
No, it's a 5-foot area, right?
It's 5-foot radius, so it's 10 feet.
No, he's just on the outside of
Okay,
it.
cool. Good. Very good.
This is hilarious. So she's going to try to run away, and you are going to snake a foot out, and you're going to like catch her in the back of the leg, and she's going to go down. Her head's going to crack against the ground, and goes limp. She had 3 hit points left.
Oh my god!
And you do 1 plus your strength mod when you can attack unarmed.
So,
Even though it's specified non-lethal?
She's not dead.
She's not. Oh,
She's just done. She's just out like a fucking light,
Okay.
man.
okay. Well,
Like,
she's
okay, that's
Boom.
okay.
either way,
Or she's dead. You don't know.
she's not a threat right now.
All right. So, Mike, it is your turn completely.
I'm gonna. So I got this wolf staring at me with holding Farrah down.
Yes, you do.
And you just tripped this other wolf, like
Yeah, like
staring him down. Like, come at me, bro.
I'm gonna put. You know, I mean, I have a fucking bow with no string on it. I'm just gonna like put it down to my side and say, we didn't come here to hurt you. We're trying to. We thought you might need help.
Make me a persuasion roll.
It's gonna be a 12.
12. Okay. Farrah is grappled. And is going to do nothing really because she can't cast because she's got a werewolf like grabbing her by the throat. Her reaction is going to be to try to escape at the first opportunity. Or that's her declared action. Malia.
Am I behind this thing?
Yes.
How far away is it?
From you, you were kind of over by the center of the clearing. I would say 20 feet.
Can I sneak up?
You would have to make me a roll.
Okay.
A sneaky roll.
And are you at disadvantage?
I'm going to negate it.
So you're at just at basic.
Yeah.
Please don't fuck me up. 12.
It's really focused on these other people in front of it.
That doesn't beat my passive perception, though.
Damn it!
So you're going to move up behind it and do what?
Remove curse.
Oh.
I have to just touch it to do that, though.
One moment. I just have to double check something.
So even if I can just kind of grab a tail,
Maybe.
it's instantaneous.
What's this?
Something about coffee logs.
Don't know if that works for.
Okay. I am going to do a quick roll real quick to determine something that I didn't make up in its backstory. High or low is good for you.
Hi.
Okay. Do I get a resistance to this?
No. At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end.
Yeah.
It's a one action touch instantaneous.
Okay.
It's a third level.
Damn, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Okay. At that, you are going to reach forward and make contact with it, and it is going to tense up to bite down. But your curse breaking, you will feel light flood the area, even like brighter than the moonlight right there for a moment. It's just a little pulse of and a moment later, when the light clears, a man is going to tumble to the ground. Very naked, very bloodied, a deep stab wound in his back, and a number of other wounds around him, and he's going to collapse to the ground. And that is, he's definitely going to be unconscious.
Does
Okay.
it completely cure or just for a time?
And
It removes a curse. Like permanent. It's gone. Until it gets could be reapplied. But at this moment it is gone.
Removes a curse?
Yeah. It's a third level spell.
Yep.
And curse. Abjuration.
Yep, it does anything except for greater curses, which I don't know if are a thing in 5th Ed, but they exist.
Touch and touch, spare the dying.
Okay.
Cantrip. So they're at least not dying right now.
That's very good because he was definitely on the edge of death.
And how's the woman doing?
Now that Mally has gone and touched her, she's fine.
Okay. So, do you have another one of those? Whatever
what?
you just did?
Did you remove curse off both of them?
No, it's a touch attack. Well, it's not a touch attack. But
So
it's a
you
touch.
are standing around. Mars, what do you do? Do you rejoin your group?
Yeah.
So wandering back over to the group, you can see that there are two naked middle-aged humans laying here covered in marks and blood. The rain begins to fall around you.
So,
Let's get them inside.
Yeah. Gonna pick up the woman and carry her inside.
I'll help in any way I can.
I hate this place.
That's fair. But
How many are any of us hurt?
Alright, I'm
gonna get touched.
kinda hurt, but not bad.
How are you doing there?
Ow!
I'm gonna cure
How bad is
wounds
it?
on her.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
or no, actually, I have a ton of healing potions. I'm gonna shove a healing potion in her face.
Yeah.
Healing? Okay, sure. She'll target.
How much does? Yeah, I'll let you roll that one.
So is it basic?
Yeah, just a basic.
It does 2d4.
So,
Alright, she's looking much better afterwards.
I think the werewolf they killed and skinned and ate is probably their kid.
Most likely.
Because there was a doll there and yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so now what do we do?
I haven't the faintest fucking clue.
How long does your thing last?
Well, I mean, when she wakes up and she can transform again. It was just, she just can't change until she leaves the light, and then, yeah. Do you have any more?
Or touch her too.
All right.
Okay.
You can, same effect, that burst of light. And as you,
I mean, she might not really thank us for that.
No. But
and in the distance, you can hear something else. Something familiar as more wolf howls echo around.
Brock, is this entire area infested?
possibly.
And it sounds like they might be getting closer. And we're going to call game there.
Woo!
Sounds good to me.
Molly's gonna kind of pinch the bridge of her nose and go, oh god. Bela's light save me.
A coffee lock is... Okay, cool. I don't know why it's coffee, but hey, caffeine. Alright, so that's going to be it for episode 3 of Generic Fantasy Setting Season 2. Tonight was called Werewolves in the Midst.
Mist.
No, Midst.
Midst.
Yes, it was a pun. Wah! Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you again next Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Remember, kids, stay dorky and stay in school, because that's where the werewolves are.
Wait,
I guess. Well, where I went to school.
Apparently.
Yeah. Werewolf High. Yeah. Beaverton. It's in the original Teen Wolf movie. Come on. Michael J. Fox. Wonderful. Anyway, good night. We'll see you next time. Same dork time, same dork channel. Bye-bye.